That was the '80s intro.
Oh shit!
What? What?
Twerk music.
Twerk music.
I don't know if that works. That was
I'm
kind of
sorry,
funny.
I twerk to anything, so it don't matter.
You gonna make
Hey, that's,
Amby excited.
hey, that's why. It's like, what? What? That's why she not. That's why she doesn't go to church because when they start doing their music and singing, she starts twerking.
Listen, I am from the Caribbean. You know they have calypso,
Oh my god,
church, whining music.
that's some funny shit. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh my goodness. There is a song. I cannot remember it right now, but the lyrics literally went "Shake your booty in Jesus' name."
Shake your booty in
Oh, I wish
Jesus'
I could
name.
remember this song right now.
Hey, that was the one that Mary Magdalene wrote.
Maybe.
Not even on some jokes. Did you ever see? I gotta find it. That dude that was like, "Praise Jesus, so I'm gonna shoot you in the face."
Yeah. By the power of Jesus, by the power of Christ, get the fuck off my line.
Wait, are you talking about that old? Oh my God, that dude
He
from
was.
Compton.
Yeah.
He always
Yeah.
had like the gray suit and the slick back ponytail.
Nah, this was like some dude in like a studio. He had some chick dancing for him too.
Oh, that was later. Yeah, that was his later productions. But yeah, he started out
Oh,
real
okay.
Okay.
simple and blew up.
The one that like on public access TV back in the day.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember his name right now, but yeah, him and Alexis, that chick Alexis, whatever her name was, those two are
Yeah.
my favorite public access people to laugh at.
They were hilarious.
Hilarious.
Everybody say what up to Frank.
What up,
Oh,
Frank?
Frank.
He got his glasses on today.
Where is your God, Mr. Riddick? I'm sorry. He's Frank, but he's not Frank. He's the
Yeah.
Imam. I can't
Yeah,
help
he's
it.
Imam.
He's just Imam.
He said, "This is my God."
He said, bitch, you better praise God or I'm gonna shoot you, and that's on God.
hmm
It's like what?
hmm
Crip walking in the pulpit.
All right. So what we talking about today?
Same thing we talk about.
Taking over the world.
Okay, that's real. That's reasonable.
How Jiva unplugs her mic. Yeah, I'm sorry. I unplugged my mic. I don't know if he said anything.
No, I didn't. I don't think I said anything. Did you say anything?
So Jiva, I just gotta drop this real quick. You notice, look to the right of Frank. We got a brother here who did not give up his shield.
Oh
Hey.
hell no. Oh hell no. That's not gonna happen. Even if I decided I didn't want to be capped for different reasons, like I wouldn't want to carry the moniker of America as a part of my name,
Mm.
I just keep that motherfucker.
I'd scrub the paint off of it like they did Vision
Oh
and
shit!
repaint that bitch.
Oh, that's dirty.
Right. Like that motherfucker ain't going nowhere. They
Like,
ain't getting that
oh,
shit.
it's the new all white vibranium
Nah, all
shield.
white. He gonna
I
spray
mean,
paint it
Captain
black.
Cataract.
Exactly. It'll be a black shield.
This is protected
And then
by
I
the
call
red
the
The
black
black
and
and the
the green
green
with
with
the
the
shield.
queen
with the shield. Yeah.
With the shield.
with a shield. Hey.
I got two bodyguards today. I got Mel here protecting me as well.
Wow, going
Oh
all in.
Lord,
The brown coats ain't playing.
the brown coats. Ah, I had a before I even watched that show. I had a T-shirt design, and it was basically a silhouette of him with the coat and everything open, but he was like ripping his shirt open, and there
What?
was like a Superman S in the middle of the shirt, and my shirt and the look the caption on the photo said "Brown coats be like hope," because I used to laugh at how.
Damn.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Because people used to want this show back so hard, and I was just like these niggas are old; they're not coming back. And I did that design. Then I watched the show, and I still don't understand why people want it back.
Yeah, for
But
real.
anyway, I'm gonna get hate mail.
I mean,
I guess.
people still want Firefly.
Yeah,
I
listen to talk
mean,
about him.
the show was great for that 5 minutes. And the movie was a nice close up to something that we never got that deep into in the first place.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
the whole I don't know. I remember the scene with the girl where she finally like did her thing.
Oh, when she finally went off and they was like, what the fuck?
I was like, Lilu, is that you?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I just couldn't get into it that hard. I watched the whole thing because when I binge everything. It's very hard for me to not complete something unless it's like complete and total trash. But it was just like, okay, it's cool. I'm all right. Yeah.
Did you complete Heroes?
Yes.
Ugh, don't get me started.
I don't even listen. Let me tell you something, right? Heroes.
Wow.
I watched everything else. I watched Heroes like years after it ended because I remember when Heroes was on, my little brother used to drive me crazy. My phone would go off every 15 seconds with his tweets. And it was save the cheerleader, save the world bullshit. And finally, one year, I broke down and was like, okay, let me check out Heroes. And I really liked the show. Although, what was his name? Slyther? Whatever, the bad guy?
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah,
Sylar. He was my favorite character. Even when he was bad, he was my favorite character. He was. Okay, first of all, I think we've
disturbing as fuck.
When he was cutting people's heads off, yeah, he was a weirdo. But I think we've established that I like psychopaths or sociopaths. Or, I don't know. I tend to get lost in the clinical definition, but I like those crazy people. So but the only things I remember from that show is loving him in the first season, hating when they turned him into Uncle Sylar, and then the chick climbing the pole. That's all I remember.
Oh wow! Why is this not? Shut up. Okay.
I hate hearing myself.
Nah, but the reason why I grunted is because I watched Heroes religiously. Every damn episode. First season was phenomenal.
Yep.
Second season was good though. And then there was like, yo.
It was downhill from there.
It's like, yo, we ain't gonna jump the shark. We gonna straight up freaking do backflips over this megalodon.
Speaking of jumping the shark, I still haven't watched that video with sound.
Oh, you have to watch that shit. Yo,
so for the people in the audience that don't know what Jiva is talking about, Amby, Jiva, and I we just randomly talk all kinds of nonsensical bullshit to each other to get through the day. And there's these two YouTubers I've been watching. Like, I don't remember their names off the top of my head, but their aims are just to take like games, especially games where you create stuff, and just break shit. But this time, this dude decided he was gonna find the craziest mods he could for Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh my God, is that what that was?
That was GTA 5. And he modded in a Megalodon and a whole lot of Aquaman.
Yeah, a whole lot of Aquaman.
He took if you ever saw, I guess the first one was just Mega Shark. I forgot it was from the series of Mega Shark movies. That scene
Shark
versus
Sharktopus or something like that.
That was the second one, I think.
Okay, yeah.
But the scene where the shark jumped out the damn ocean and destroyed the freaking airplane that was like 10,000 feet in the air.
Oh yeah.
His goal was to do that with everything possible. So if you're used to GTA 5 or just GTA in general, you get the 5-star wanted level, really just 3-star. The police helicopters start coming out. And he was just straight up destroying them with the Megalodon. And it was crazy because, like I think at 4 stars, you get like SWAT that rappel down from the helicopter. And they're like rappelling down right to the shark. I'm like, what are you doing? That's when he started bringing in like the Aquaman gang. And the dude, like, that's one of the reasons why I personally didn't care for GTA mods is because I played GTA Online religiously for about 5 years, like daily, every damn day. And yo, even on console where you can't really do it as much, cheating is rampant. Like it's bad. Like I just had to put it down in 2018 because it was bad. But
Yeah.
like online, like with online on PC, it's PC. All bets
Oh,
are off.
really? Are you serious?
Like I mean, people kind of have an unspoken rule where if you actually go online, they don't do it as much. But I mean, the cheaters are there.
Hmm.
But because the thing is that really Rockstar tries, they don't try very hard, but they try to ban the cheaters. So
Yeah,
you're
they.
not really gonna see like a megalodon if you're in GTA Online. So
Yeah.
he was just playing GTA 5,
Hmm.
but I've still seen some crazy stuff. But it's like with the tail when he hit the police car. No, 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 no. When he hit the freaking 747.
Oh, and it just went.
Oh my! And it just sent this. That was just crazy.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. That's probably one of the most bizarre mods that I've seen on Grand Theft Auto ever. Like
Yeah, I'm
it's just
gonna
strange.
like I'll put it in one of the videos in the league later on where like they take like a game where like he took this game where he just was like creating stuff. Like he was like the only human on an alien planet and he had to like build stuff. But he was building it so much that he was literally breaking the game's frame rate. He's like, okay, I got the game down to 4 frames per second now. I think we're ready to
Yeah.
go. And it's like,
Wow.
yo, you can tell his PC is decent, like, cause yo, to get it down to 4 frames a second, like he had like these conveyor belts, and he made a freaking tornado out of conveyor belts,
How?
cause he just swirled them around in the pattern of a tornado,
Yo,
and
that's some other shit. That's some straight up Minecraft type shit.
it was kind of like that, but he couldn't even stay there because what the conveyor belts were carrying was basically toxic waste. The area he was in was so bad. Like when I say it was toxic like that group you and I in. That's how toxic it was.
Oh
Like
my goodness.
he would walk around for 5 seconds and his character would die from the toxic waste, from the radioactivity.
Why did he do this?
Yo, I'm telling you, they just break games.
They just do shit to make it crazy. Because that's crazy as
Yeah,
fuck.
the one I gotta show y'all is what did he call it? He called it demonetization simulator because literally the game was about making and distributing drugs.
What he used GTA for that too?
No, no, no. This is a real game. Like he got off of Steam or something.
Oh wow.
It's like he was making drugs and he was calling it like Starbucks. He would take
Oh my goodness.
he would take crystal meth and mix it with like baking soda, acetone, and Batman. Yes.
I'm so done.
But the thing was, he always had to walk through this checkpoint where there were cops. I was like, damn, this neighborhood is so bad that has cops in riot gear doing checkpoints like the Last of Us type shit.
Wow.
And he would just throw the drugs over the wall and then get searched and then go get the drugs. Yes, Batman does not appreciate the drugs.
Oh my goodness. All right,
Yo,
so
you need to have like a new character every Sunday. Like
that's a good
Frank could be
idea.
there. Frank could be there, but like, just bring in like Batman or somebody random.
Yeah. Like some guest appearances. That'll be hot. I'm probably gonna do that. But speaking of
Lord.
Batman, now we gotta hear. So um you know how most people in the world are really satisfied with Justice League, Zack Snyder's cut. But there's one person that I know that isn't. So Since there's one person in the world that we all know, we'll give him the platform to share why he didn't like Justice League. Like what was really the problem? Like, come on, plead your case.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so let me say this. Was the movie terrible? No.
Hmm.
Somebody said to me, saying that, not to me specifically, but saying that it was too long is a poor argument. But it's like, and I'm asking both of y'all, would you really sit in a theater for 4 hours?
Bro, okay, so I was thinking about that before, and I sat through Lord of the Rings comfortable, like all
But
of it.
Lord
And
of
I
the
was,
Rings was under 3.
but I was no, but I was mad that it wasn't longer. I
Okay.
was sitting there literally like, damn, like I want more. And
You know
there was
what's
a lot.
funny about that is I love
What?
the Lord of the Ring movies,
Hmm.
but I was like falling asleep in the theater, and I
Really?
enjoyed it.
Mm. I mean, all that romance between Frodo and Sam was a little bit much at times. Like they was going a little too far. But
Got that
other than
midget
that,
BL.
like man, it was just like there was moments where they just be like for 5 minutes straight, just staring into each other's eyes, going like this. Hmm. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, why are we watching this for like 5 minutes? It's nothing. So
Oh
that
wow.
they could have did more action and like took that out. Like all the moments where you have to go, oh Sam.
Please don't
Like,
do
See,
that
and
anymore.
that's part of my beef with Justice League, and I say it to y'all, and y'all just sit there laughing. But it's
but
like, yo, I'm gonna be straight up, and there's nothing you can say like it's connecting the previous movie.
I
That
already know.
opening scene was terrible. It's
What?
like,
No,
yo,
no.
first of all, I don't care if you're Kryptonian. I don't care if you're dark side. You got a hole in your chest, bro. You ain't gonna be screaming for like 18 years.
I'm not sure it was that long. I think it was in slow motion.
Man, I mean, I'll give you that because everything was in slow motion with Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
But it's
that's why
like,
the movie was so long.
And
then you
true.
go to Themyscira, and yo, disclaimer: throwing horses, kicking
That shit
ass.
was my
That shit. I
favorite.
mean, the scene overall was hot,
It made
but
you
I'm
blue.
like, yo, it's like Zack Snyder is a talented man. You could have did something other than just doing the female version of 300.
We have
I,
no fear
it's just to show them your fit. I'm like, yo, you straight stole that from freaking
from
from
himself. It
the
was his movie.
yes, and you get that, but it's like, yo, you could have did better, especially with the Amazons, yo.
Yeah, I
But
mean
but
that was
yo,
a little
like
corny. That
you was he was tossing horses, so I'm gonna let that go.
Listen,
It's like
that was the second
I
time I
am
paused that movie.
I
that
in
was
no way
amazing.
advocate violence against animals. I love animals, but yo, and
He
part
was
of my
like,
my
I tossed the
the
horse.
league, please pardon my horrible language, but he was tossing horses at bitches.
Wait, he was tossing horses with bitches.
Yes,
right, right. He was throwing horses
yo,
at
that
bitches.
homegirl came up and
He
he
threw.
like closed the horse. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you?
It's like he just got irritated they had horses at all. It was just like he was like a fucking horse. Get this shit out of here. He like literally
Like,
was like, "The fuck out of
yo,
here."
it's like you
but
can't run from me.
that was one of the first things that you notice watching the Snyder Cut. Steppenwolf was greatly improved.
Oh my god.
Steppenwolf looked like an actual character instead of a bad freaking cutscene from a PS2 game.
Listen, I said the theatrical Steppenwolf looked like year 3, The Walking Dead when they started to dry out. He looked like an extra from The Walking Dead. Like
Yo,
season 3, when they started to dry out, they didn't look so juicy no more.
ooh.
They was dusty.
They was dusty.
And then he sounded
Yeah.
like a creepy uncle.
Oh my
You will all
God.
love me.
I'm not doing
Like
this with you.
that
Oh, but
shit.
okay, let's talk about his voice in the Snyder Cut. Yo, why did he sound like he had Down syndrome?
Okay. Be nice. We're not going to be ableist.
Oh my
Yo,
goodness. But it's okay.
Steppenwolf
Handle
was
can do
kind
that
of
because he
dope in the
has it.
movie. I ain't gonna front, but it's like, look,
You ain't.
can I come home? Hey, you guys!
Oh, you talking about yeah, because that's when I called him stepping kitty.
Oh,
Cause he sits there, he's like all like soft eyes, all like Puss in Boots, like,
please.
right?
Please.
Can I
Pretty,
come in?
please. Can I come in?
You expect a dude like that to have like jagged fangs? Like he had like 5
Yes.
teeth in the front of his mouth. They was all spaced apart. I'm like, yo, why you got him looking
No, he got banished. Remember, so he didn't have a dental plan.
He didn't.
He
He
got
didn't.
banished, so he was out. He was asked out
It's
for a
like
little
He
you
was
bit.
get
asked out of that good
wait,
apocalypse
so he
plan.
got banished. He got fly armor that flexes for him. He got
Listen,
the
I
big
cannot
ass
express
horns.
how much I love his armor. That shit, like for me, I don't know. It was just so alive. It was just so fluid. I mean, just everything. It was just like I remember rewinding like a particular part, thinking, did that shit just peel off his face? And I can't remember what he was looking at, but he had picked something up and held it in front of his face, and the armor like receded back. And I was like, oh my God, this shit is
Hmm.
so dope.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sorry. I really, really love that effect.
So we
But
know
I was
you were saying.
kind of upset that like his voice wasn't more tough. I'm like, yo, for real. I get that like Steppenwolf i- is like the stepchild. Like he's been kicked out, but it's like, damn, why he gotta sound like that?
Yo, when 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 homie told him he needed 200,000 planets, I was like, damn,
Oh,
he don't
that was
want you to
bogus.
ever home.
Bogus. That was the rudest shit ever. Like I was like,
Yo,
really? Like
you know
he was like,
when he said that, you know what my thought was? I was like, yo, if I'm like Steppenwolf, I was like, yo, decide. If you was here on Earth, you wouldn't be talking to me like that. It's like I get that you're like Darkseid's right hand man, but you a little old punk ass bitch. If you was standing right here, you wouldn't be talking to me like that because I smacked the taste out your mouth.
that's real. That's real. But he's a fanatic. You know, he's a priest. He's the priesthood. So the way that they did it, he's respecting all of them, even though he should not have. Because truthfully, the amount of time it took him to take Earth, if he got to do that for 10,000 planets,
100,000.
Son,
100,000.
yeah, that's just like how long would that take? That would take him like a whole nother millennia.
and plan a planet that didn't have Superman for most of the movie.
Yeah, facts, facts.
It's like
He-
he whooped everybody's ass, but still had trouble. He had trouble with the Amazons.
I just realized something. He got his ass he got his ass whipped by a bunch of half breeds.
well,
Wait, no, sorry. I don't mean that in like it's just the way my brain
no,
works. That just kicked in.
no.
A half Atlantean, a half Amazon, a half
Mhm.
human, half robot,
Not
Yeah,
even a
fair
half
enough.
and
Amazon.
then
She made
Batman
out of
is half a
clay.
hero.
She made out of clay.
He missing the super. He half hero.
Wow.
You know, it just popped into my head. I'm sorry, but anyway,
Really, if you really get down to it, if things were in a perfect situation, the only two people, they only needed three people: Superman to kick ass, Cyborg to do what he did, and then Flash to spark Cyborg. The rest of them, while they were support, if Superman was there from the beginning, they wouldn't have needed that support either.
yeah, but you know, I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, you can replace Superman with Wonder Woman if if the writers or the directors or whoever is not dumbing it down.
Well,
Yeah,
she just
because I
doesn't
felt
have
like
like
they
she don't
dumbed her down.
at that end scene.
No, in general, like
She isn't
power
she
wise.
as powerful or more powerful than Superman? Okay, I know Superman is like Mary Sue of power, but
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
does.
when it comes down to it, I mean, they could have did it without Superman. Superman is more a symbol than like. So what did he do? He pounded on Steppenwolf for a little while, and then he pulled the boxes apart.
Yeah, he's a blunt instrument.
Yeah,
He's a blunt. I mean, seriously.
Damn.
and if you think about it, she was literally created, and I'm so sick of these Aries memes, but she was literally created to kick. Okay, did the chick from Sean's Closet come visit you?
I'm saying like I don't.
What just happened?
Okay, they failed for some reason.
Who jumped off?
They did him and
Oh,
Mando.
oh Lord.
So I don't know. Oh, and then Zorn also fell off. I don't know. Zorn was tripping. It's probably Zorn's fault to be honest, but
Probably.
You're just mad at me for talking shit.
right.
So
They are part of Disney, so you can't do that. They
so
like you can talk about them, but they don't care. Go ahead.
we shoot to some Icelandic, snowy
Something or other.
something where it's like Batman decides to walk a horse through a blizzard, and
Over the
then
mountain. Again, horse torture.
yo,
Again.
Zack Snyder don't like horses.
Didn't he have like a bike or some two wheeler he could have taken up that shit?
Word.
You know he did. You know he
Yeah.
does. He probably
I
got
coulda
some
had-
sick off-road bullshit.
He could have had the Bat snowmobile. You know he could have.
The Bat snowmobile. The Bat snowmobile. That's an interesting way to say it. Because it's like too many
Batmobile
words.
Junior.
Yeah.
Batmobile Junior.
I mean, you can't call it the Batmobile because.
You got a Batmobile, yeah. Does he
All right,
call it the
let's call
Batmobile
it the.
though?
Let's just call it the Snowbat.
Oh, there we go. Snowbat.
And then he comes up talking. Actually, he was actually quite polite to Aquaman.
But you
Which-
knew he knew he couldn't beat his ass.
He wasn't wearing no armor. What the
Right,
fuck?
He knew.
He knew what the fuck. That nigga breathe water. He ain't fucking with him.
He's like, I got money. I'm gonna use my superpower against you. Here, I got this money.
It's like he threw the money at him. He had a conversation. Then he's like, "Yo, you."
He ain't even threw the money at him. That kid just snatched it out of his hand like, whoop, there we go.
Right.
And then it's like, you get the creepy chorus.
Okay.
I'm gonna sniff your dirty sweater.
Oh, okay.
Hallelujah.
So there are some weird fucking moments in this movie,
There are.
but that, like, even more than that Flash scene, that is the weirdest shit I have ever seen. Like, that was just, and I'm like, so I was
But
trying to
see-
be optimistic. Because I'm like, well, you know, I'm not trying to like shade on it, like throw shade on their culture, because maybe that's just how they get down, like, you know, the sense of a man and all that. But
The scent of a man.
Well,
The
see,
scent of a fish man.
I bet you he smelled like Aqua Velveto.
Oh
No.
my god.
goodness.
Terrible.
And
Terrible.
here's that question I have to ask again, because I asked it before and nobody has been able to answer this for me. Every time this motherfucker get in the water, he take off his shirt. Every time he come back out the water, he got another fucking shirt on.
They leave
Where-
clothes out for him.
They leave. Oh, so you're saying she picked up the dirty ass sweater to sniff it, and then she went to wash it.
She ain't gonna wash it.
It was probably
It came out the ocean. It was already washed.
it was probably right. It was probably her daddy's shirt that she washed and they left it out there for him, but
Oh
now
my
she's never gonna
God.
wash it again. Now, see, okay, here's my thing, right? As weird and as stupid and well, okay, for me it was just funny because I find fun in these stupid things. But as weird and as stupid as the singing scene was, to me, again, as a writer, my brain fills in these holes like you have like a completely isolated little it's probably inbred village, right? Because they're not climbing over the mountain to get out of there. It's either boat or stuck, right?
Right.
And then you have a mythical figure who comes out of the sea every once in a while and brings you food.
And
so
get drunk and
well, yeah, okay, but you know, all our gods have issues, okay? So he's a god, a weird, drunken, sexy god, okay? There's a bunch of chicks in that village who don't want to breed with their cousin. They hoping he gonna pick one of them.
Oh my god! Face.
Wow!
Yo,
Come
she
on.
took that sweater home.
Come on.
Yeah,
Think about it.
Yo, she took that sweater home. She took out her old ass record player and started playing in the vinyls. I Touch Myself.
Yes, it's probably over her pillow. She sleep. Fucking Batman. Wait, I'm sorry. You really dress like a bat?
It was like, you out of your mind.
Hey, tell that chick wearing your sweater that she's out of her mind. Oh, but the other thing is, of course, okay, I don't know about this village, but he probably keeps clothes there. I mean, he has a home on land.
Does he even wear clothes? Like it's like he's wearing the same fucking pants every single time we saw him, and that fucking coat.
Because the village chicks make it for him, and they don't have a lot of material. Did you see any sheep in the village? Do I remember seeing sheep in the village?
I don't remember seeing much of anything, but
they probably sew his pants out of tarp for him and leave it on the pier. Come on, isn't his house a fucking lighthouse? This man don't go nowhere. He don't go nowhere. He don't got a closet full of shit. All he got.
Dude
he probably had to swim all the way to Hawaii for those tattoos, okay?
For real, that's what I was gonna ask too. Like those aren't Aquaman tattoos. Those aren't like Atlantean tattoos. He just got some tattoos because that's his heritage, right?
He swam to Hawaii.
He was drinking one day.
He swam to him and The Rock got drunk and they were like, "What could we do?" No, let me stop.
No, because you know his dad is wasn't his dad Boba Fett? I mean Jango Fett.
Who, Momoa?
Yeah, in
no.
Aquaman,
oh wait, you mean in Aquaman?
Yeah, was that who his dad was?
I don't remember who it was his dad.
Off to IMDb.
I think that
you and me both.
I think that was Jango Fett. So I mean, they're all a part of that Samoan heritage.
Now, to be fair, if we're thinking about this, if I'm thinking about the right actor, he's a New Zealander.
Yeah, same. The All Blacks.
Yeah,
All Blacks is a dope ass team.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
But
I used to know the Haka by heart.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Now, see,
not the movements.
Okay.
I know some of the movements, but I knew the words.
No, it was actually Boba Fett, not Jango.
They're the same person, ain't they? They're clones.
Yeah. I mean, they're cloned from Boba.
They're cloned from Jango. Jango
was
the dad.
You're right. Boba was the boy.
Yeah, and then he grew up and looked like his dad.
Okay, so what you're saying is they have the same actor?
Yes, the same actor playing all of the clones in the early ones.
Okay,
he was every single one.
And I mean, I knew that. I was talking about recently.
Oh yeah, in the last series it was him.
Okay.
Yeah. And in Mandalorian it was still him. A lot chubbier, but it was still him.
So we move forward from the chick, doing
singing
her nightly thing with the sweater. we gonna leave her alone. Mm-hmm. She don't have too many choices. And
oh my goodness.
Where do we go?
That scene really bothered me.
It was just so fucking weird.
And then why do they even have a song?
But in my head it made sense. Because see, let me fill it in for Snyder.
The wonderful things he does.
Because.
Good answer. I don't think I need to go any further now.
Oh my goodness.
So
No, that was real.
then we come out of nowhere with I guess in London.
Right, with Wonder Woman being weird too. Like, why the fuck was she standing up on that statue like that?
I'm
She
like,
missed
yo,
Batman.
again,
Duh.
disclaimer. Wow. Wow. Disclaimer. Scene was dope. But what the fuck was the point of this scene?
Wait. Okay, first of all, let me just say this. If we discuss the scene and we don't discuss Leslie Jones'
Oh, yes.
commentary on this scene,
Oh my goodness. Leslie is a fucking beast.
oh my God. I just watched the scene again with her commentary and I was dying. Handel,
Leslie
did you
is a
see
fucking
it?
beast.
No, you're gonna have to post
Oh,
it.
she did the whole thing on Twitter. Like, she went
She
in. Like,
did.
she's hilarious. From the very
When
beginning. What the fuck are these boxes? What's up with these boxes, y'all? What are these boxes?
she said, okay, everybody knows if you see two cars driving side by side or one behind the other coming up the street, these are the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
What?
bad guy fan.
The security guard. I'm like, yo, you got murked for no reason.
Yeah,
You
that
could
was
have
weird.
told that the first dude was up to no good. The dude got out the car long before he passed you.
And then he knocked on the door. She was like, see, that's a bad guy knock. That's a bad guy knock. Why you letting him walk past you? Why you gonna pull your gun on them and you let this nigga get behind you? That's why you dead.
It's
That's a
true.
That's a fact. The whole way that played out was like a bad version of Die
It
Hard when they first
was.
Nakatomi.
It
just
was.
terrible.
And you know what was really stupid? Like, I think I've already told you guys I watched I watched the theatrical release shortly after I watched the Snyderverse, the Snyderverse version, Snyder Vision. And in that scene, when the guard stepped forward, he was like, drop your guns, which was dumb because you just let the other guy walk past you. And I just thought it was even weirder that it wasn't in the Snyder, that line wasn't in the Snyder version, because it didn't, that whole scene, like, well, not that whole scene, that character, the guard's behavior, that was badly scripted to me. Like, it just didn't make sense the way that went out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one was like, I don't understand why you want to pull a gun on the four guys with the guns, but you let somebody else walk past you. Like, obviously they all together.
Because he was just part-time. He was just filling in for the guy whose day that was.
See, well then, if you just filling in and you want to get home, then you just don't see shit. You tip your hat, you say good evening, sir, and then you look at the man.
Like dude off of John Wick, Kevin Nash on John Wick. He was like, "Are you in business, sir?" Yes. Okay. Thank you, sir, for letting me go. He was like, "I'm out." He was like, "I'm not. I don't want the parts."
I suddenly need to spend a lot of time in the bathroom.
Exactly.
I will see you in the third act.
Word.
But
so
yeah.
to answer your question, the whole purpose of the scene was for all the people, because technically the only amount of Wonder Woman that we saw up to this point was that end scene, and that was against Doomsday. So now we gotta show all the regulars what Wonder Woman can do. We gotta show that she's really fast, that she's really strong, and that she gets it in. And then that's the only. Yeah.
Sorry. And you had to get that little girl power moment when she was like, you can be anything you want to be. Like, you needed that. But I think also it also plays with the next scene where, and this is my thing when Handel says that, you know, the scenes are disconnected. They're really not. And I think what Snyder was doing is like, he's really trying to set up certain things about each of these characters. Like when they asked Diana, what did you do this weekend? And she was like, nothing. And they're like, you always tell us that. This was in France. Like, she's working at the Louvre. This bitch went all the way to London to stop trouble. Like, she don't have no life.
Lunch break.
Right. She don't got no life. Like, no, you laughing. But see, I think he's setting up that part of Diana because, again, his movie was supposed to.
She doesn't have a life.
Listen.
Again.
What? Well, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. He's setting that up without doing it the way freaking Josh did it, where Josh basically had Batman beat her down with words.
Yeah, which was ridiculously
You understand what I'm saying?
unnecessary.
Like he sets it up with his scenes, and I think that he was showing that that's all she does. She just stops trouble and restores art. Like she ain't doing shit with herself. And again,
Mm.
since this was supposed to set up all the other movies, it was supposed to lead into the whole Wonder Woman 84 whatever thing where, you know, she gets over the whole she'll never love again thing where she finally lets him go. Or she
Yeah,
lets Steve
he technically was not going to be in it initially. That was the thing.
Oh,
Steve was not going to be in that movie that originally. Like,
okay.
there was a different Wonder Woman written that remember because when he started falling off of the map and disappearing out of into obscurity, they started introducing different variations to these characters, which
Mm-hmm.
is what we were talking about with the Atlanteans and the fact that in this movie, halftime the Atlanteans were in
Can breathe
bubbles of
air.
air. Yeah,
Yeah.
where in the other movie, only it was like most of them were always in the water, talking in the water, moving in the water. Everything they did was in water, and even when they went out, they had those
Mm-hmm.
basically like reverse scuba gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have none of that. They didn't have none of that in this.
Scuba
So I
dooba
think
doo.
Zach, huh?
Scuba dooba doo.
Don't talk about the doo doo water.
I didn't.
No, we're not
I
going there.
didn't.
We'll get to
Okay.
the doo-doo water later.
But yeah, so go ahead with your commentary. That was it on that Wonder Woman scene. It was just a scene to set her up and demonstrate her prowess and her what she's about and who she is as a character and as a person.
And how dangerous she is when she gives you the clap.
My goodness.
Wow. Wow.
But boom. And
That's
oh,
an,
well, yeah, okay.
that's an
I do have a
obscure
question.
variety clap.
I mean, clap of the gods.
She was so mad at this one dude. Like number one, let's just be real. Every single human that was in that room trying to do their dirt, they're all dead.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Very.
That's why she the
But
queen. She don't leave nobody.
She is not like Spider-Man. She does not pull
there
punches on
there
regular
will be
humans.
no see you next week, Joker.
right, no arrest, no nothing. Like they're all dead. And then the last dude, she completely disintegrated his ass. Like this is a normal human. She didn't even have to do all that.
Nope. She. Well, I mean, he did piss her off. He just tried to kill a bunch of little girls.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that, but
But I
damn,
mean, you could have just like
But
broke his back or something.
just broke his back.
nah, she was a little aggravated.
Yeah, you could tell because like that was really. I mean, she did damage to the property,
That
all in
that's
the
a
name
woman
of
who ain't
getting
had
this dude.
sex in 50 years. You know,
Yeah, she was scorned. She was heavily
No,
scorned.
she is
kill
pent
her.
up.
Kill her.
She's taking it out on everybody.
Man, she was pissed. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I was trying to figure out why she did that at the end, but that makes sense that she was really irritated by him at that point.
Yes, I mean because remember the dude said they didn't want nothing. Like he had, you know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
the dude with the lasso, it's like, oh, we don't want nothing. We just want to prove a point or whatever. You know, there's no negotiation. We're not giving anybody a chance. They already knew from jump they were gonna kill everybody. She was mad from the time she busted into that.
Hey,
wait, wait.
no, ignore
No,
it.
no, 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 no. There's a meme
Okay,
on the
okay.
internet. It says, I saw it on Facebook. It says, you know, nobody, and then it says Wonder Woman, and it's a video of Big Bird like kicking in the door like the Kool-Aid
Wow,
Man.
wow,
And that's
wow.
pretty much how she rolled into the room. Like, you know, I had a question about that scene.
Yeah.
I had a question. I had a question
Wow.
about that scene because wasn't she already in the building when she lassoed the guy? Did she leave the building and come through the front door just so she could kick it in?
No,
Yeah.
that was different rooms. I think
Okay.
that was like he was in the adjacent room, and then
He's Jason.
yeah, I don't know,
But she
like
still yoked his
Wait,
ass up.
deep in the halls of justice.
exactly. So the dialogue in that scene between that one and the other movie, this one was a lot better. I didn't understand what the hell was that believer shit before.
Yeah, because it was so chopped up.
Like what was like it was like he was like, what are you, a believer? What were you a believer in? Like I didn't
Yeah.
understand none of that. But in this one, she was like, believe it, like I'm the shit. Like I get that, I can roll with that. She was very aware and confident of her abilities. They really they botched up even the dialogue in that concept with her. Like they made her so weak. The fact that yeah, now that I see how she beat men's asses in the other version, Batman is lucky he didn't die.
Watching this, I mean, watching the theatrical version after this, I paid attention to a lot of scenes, and you realize that a lot of it was voiced over Snyder's dialogue, and that shit was annoying as fuck. I was like, oh, that okay.
Yeah.
But it was but anyway, Handel, continue.
So what's the next scene? Her talking with Bruce about putting the team together?
No, the next scene if you take some time, let's see. First it was the fire. Her scene. After that it was was it? I think after that it was her finding her seeing the fire on TV.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So they sent the arrow, the whole the Legolas arrow. That shit went far as hell.
I mean, it was
just on fire.
It was an arrow
like the whole weekend, and then
arrow of Artemis.
Out. How did they put it out? Who put it out?
That's true, because it was a magic fire.
It burned for as long as it needed to.
Okay, yeah, I guess it knows when she got the message. Okay, we got it.
So the fire smelled the Amazon woman and goes out. Okay.
Why smell though? Why particularly?
Because why did it go out?
I don't know.
Was it still burning when she got there, or had it stopped?
It was out.
It was out at that point. And then she did her
her
crawl.
So maybe it was you know what? It was spelled to burn for 2 days. I don't know, man. It was spelled to burn until an Amazon with blood of the gods came by. I don't know.
But Joe, you just mentioned Lara Croft. I'm like, yo, why did she change out of that nice outfit? Like, she could have put on some spelunking gear or something. She had the premium white like blouse and skirt on. I'm like,
that dress was nice.
Yes, it was.
That dress
and
was
that's
nice.
why I'm like, yo, you working in this French freaking
the Louvre. She works in the Louvre. You can tell from the glass pyramid in front.
You got some money to like put on some I can get this shit dirty gear.
No, but you don't realize Wonder Woman is so rich. She's been alive for a long time. I'm wagering that she got treasures and wealth beyond measure in a bunch of different names and a bunch of different
She probably
accounts.
just sells them to the museums and then they pay her to take care of it.
I'm willing to bet that she does sell stuff to the museum, like even if it's under anonymous names or through dummy accounts. But like she's the one that goes like how she has all the history on all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure tombs that people can't open, she knows how to get into, just like this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know. And is she just an art restorer or is she an archaeologist too? I can't remember.
In the old, well, it depends on the in the stories that I don't know what they're trying to go with her, to be honest, because the way they got her, she's really Indiana Jones on every level. She goes and hunts the shit, then she works in the museum. It's like all she needs to do now is be a little professor.
Archaeologist and restorer, I guess.
Yeah. Which would make sense, even though at this particular point in time, I don't think archaeologists are a thing anymore. Not in that capacity.
Well, not in that capacity. Thankfully, a lot of countries are shutting down people digging up their freaking treasures. But we talking about superhero stuff now. I'm not going to get into my social justice warrior mode.
No, because the thing is that if you do social justice when we talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's all intact. But here it's kind of like what? Like,
you want to know something funny? I can talk social justice about ancient civilizations. I am so wary about social justice for Black people. I can't. I'm so tired. I'm tired.
You can't get alone either.
Huh?
You can't get alone.
Actually,
either?
No, I can't. Shit.
Exactly.
I was just looking like I'm trying to get a house in an apartment in Delaware. Like, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Can I get a house in Delaware? And that's not gonna happen either.
Right.
Cochise wants in.
I got you. I'm about to send it right now. But continue on.
So then she finds, the ancient Amazon comic strip about Darkseid. which was fine. And is that when we go to the flashback?
Hey, if we let him in, it's gonna be tied. Two people who didn't like Justice League.
Oh Jesus! No, he thought it was a B. That doesn't mean he didn't like it.
Well, okay, yeah, he's what Handle pretends not to be, because Handle's a closet lover.
Okay.
How am I a closet lover?
You love this movie, don't?
I'm never watching this movie again.
Yes, you will. Yes,
If I do, I guarantee you it will not be in one sitting.
Handle pretends not to be, because Handle's a closet lover.
Okay. Listen,
You love
don't.
I'm never watching this movie again.
Yes, you will. Turn the other one down.
If I guarantee you it will not be in one sitting.
Pretends not to. There we go. There we go.
I think Sean's watching it in the league.
He's watching it as he's talking to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so
talking to us. He's just standing there, sitting there looking pensive.
Hey, but if you notice, there's no closet behind him.
Yeah, he switched it up.
Oh,
I see what he's doing. He's trying to.
That's because she left and she's in your house now.
Hey, listen. The succubus will not happen.
I was about to say something, but
I
I was about to say something, but I'll leave it alone.
You know, I'm sitting on a different side of the room. That's all. Just on a different side of the room.
He's in the closet now.
He's facing her now. He want to see her.
All right.
Well, how did I become like the guy with someone in the closet, yo? Like, how did this happen?
Because you had somebody in your closet.
No one was ever in my closet.
Okay, we got it on video.
If I'm saying she moved, we saw it move. We saw the closet.
Yeah.
All right.
What if that's my like dimensional gateway? You know, why couldn't it have been that? Why did it have to be serial killery?
Nobody said.
I mean,
you got on yourself. You got some crazy ring chick coming out the closet from Japan and shit. Batman's looking at you with the look of scorn.
Well, you know, I'm. Oh my God. I'm just checking out. I'm actually on break from my D&D game, so I saw y'all was on, so I figured I'd check in to see what's the what.
Show us the shirt.
Let's see the shirt.
That's the D&D.
That's hot. That's hot.
Y'all killed the dragon yet?
No. We are damaging it though, but it's almost at the wall, so you know it's getting hectic.
Okay,
bruh.
Cool.
Throw a fucking horse at it.
Extra points if the Amazon's still sitting on it.
Oh my goodness. That is the new thing, horses.
But yeah, I did not hate. I heard y'all was talking about the Snyder Cut. I didn't hate the Snyder Cut. It was an upgrade from the original. I still kind of feel meh about everything DC movie related, but you know, I caution people who are calling it a masterpiece because that's a bit much.
That's a very strong word.
That's a bit much.
So let me ask you a question because I don't definitely subscribe to that at all. But so if you call Justice League a masterpiece, or people who call it, what else qualifies as a masterpiece?
If I was to pick out a masterpiece from the superhero genre, yeah, and I'm just opening the door to all of them, not just the recent stuff, but to all of them, then Dark Knight is a masterpiece.
Okay, fair.
I'm gonna agree with him there.
That's Dark Knight is a masterpiece. Things bordering on masterpiece would be the combination of Infinity War and Endgame, but both of them together make the full masterpiece, not either one separately.
I would call Winter Soldier one.
Winter
Soldier definitely.
Winter Soldier is one, but Justice League Snyder Cut does not fall in the masterpiece category. It is an upgrade, but what I think it is that DC been giving us hand-me-downs, and they finally bought us some name brand shit.
Yeah.
First Blade, I would definitely give an A to.
Yeah, so people are excited because it's a really good DC film, but You know, it's I equate it to the kid that who always gets D's finally gets a B.
Okay, fair enough.
You know,
I see that.
But I'm ready to move on from it because it's not going to progress their line. It's not going to progress anything they have going on. So it's like they did it, and then now what?
Well, see, I'm not sold on that part because there was a point in time where DC said we're absolutely not going to do the Snyder Cut. And then
I'm not sold on it either, but it's like you either are going to capture the magic or you're not. And I think their time to capture the magic is with this current stuff is done.
Yeah.
Like it's time for them to just say, hey, from this movie on is our new point. Because trying to capture the magic while your competition is miles ahead of you is not doing yourself any favors.
And it's taking too long to make a fucking movie. Because like that Flashpoint movie has been like they've been talking about that for what? Since 2018, right?
I will say you this. I'm not going to go see any movie that headlines that Flash until they change his running style. I'm not going for
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Wow. The reverse swim.
Exactly.
Spider Flash.
I mean, it's like that might as well be a dance, you know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying? Like the Humpy dance was this. So
wow.
The flashy dance is your dance to the flash.
Because that's what he was doing. He was pretty much just doing the Humpy dance.
That shit was so annoying.
Yeah, that is
putting Franks in his pockets.
It was on. Leave the Franks alone.
Hey,
that was
him to leave the Franks alone.
That was the smartest thing he did in that fucking scene.
What?
Put the Frank in his pocket.
It's like it doesn't even compare to how Barry on the CW uses it, which is a great representation of how the Flash should run.
Wait, like this?
Well,
that's better. That's better than this.
Yeah.
I mean, in essence,
but I think he tried really hard to deviate from the typical ways that Flash moves because of the fact that he had that show that was already definitive for that.
There was no need to deviate from it. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All love to Keanu Reeves because I would never disrespect this man, but Flash runs like somebody broke his other leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
That shit was just it's just I'm sorry. The way John Wick runs really annoys me. And I had to look it up and I found out that Keanu Reeves was actually hurt and that's why he runs funny. So no disrespect to him.
Okay.
But Flash runs like somebody broke Keanu Reeves' other leg. That's all I'm saying. It's just
Flash
awkward.
Flash runs like when you first trip and when you about to fall,
and you just try to recover for the next 15 miles. Like just flailing.
And I do have to be honest.
No bueno.
When they showed how it looks when he runs, I don't know how the fuck he sees anything because they didn't make it like he could see any clearer. Like it got real blurry.
And his eyes were closed.
Fact. He should be running into everything. Yeah.
Wait, but did he not though?
Like they need to retool how all
he crashed and burned like 15 times in this movie. Like he was like Bambi on speed, like ungainly. It was just
one thing I gotta point out.
Mm-hmm.
The whole fact that he had for now. The fact that he even had to turn back time, I'm like, yo, where did they get this super duper, I'm going to use the name, Deadshot fucking, parademon that can hit a motherfucker running at the speed of light?
Well, I think that was luck. I think that was just luck because that dude was just shooting nonstop and it just finally connected.
No. If you watch that scene, that parademon kept watching him and he sized it up and he hit him.
He shot where I think the suspension of disbelief is you have to believe that he shot where the Flash was going to be because that's the only way to do is anticipate like, okay, if I see you running in the same pattern.
But he's running at you can't even see what's moving.
I thought he just got lucky and shot and it hit him because I thought somebody was shooting that whole time and it was missing the whole time.
I watched the movie again last night.
He fucking sized it up, aimed.
He sized it up,
caught him in the side,
and I was just like, "Whoa!" But I mean, I agree with Sean's take that he shot where he was gonna be. But my thing was, how could you even see?
I mean, at that point, it is luck. If you know, I see what they were trying to convey. It's just the wrong set of circumstances to convey it. They wanted to say that this person was smarter. This paradigm was smart enough to anticipate where the shot should be, and he got lucky. I think it's a combination because anything like that is a combination of luck and skill. So, but to Handel's point, they made it look like he could actually eyeball Barry. And
I'm like, did they turn Oliver Queen into a parademon in this movie?
It wasn't Oliver Queen. It was the Marvel guy.
It was Martian Manhunter.
Oh,
oh, you mean the guy who sat back and watched all the tragedy for a long, long, long time?
Like a biatch. Like, look,
wait, I wonder if he could get a loan.
Well, he can go in there and look the part, so he can change how he looks. He can look like
true.
Actually, Martin can't get a loan either. Never mind.
And he can give the mental nudge to approve my loan.
Oh, Handel. Earlier today, when I was coming up with them, I am so done with you. I was gonna say that's why everyone forgot that. That's why everyone's not noticing that Clark Kent is back because Martian Manhunter went around and nudged everyone to forget.
Oh my god!
It's so bad because it's probably true. Damn it!
Like everybody has forgotten. Either they all forgot that he died. But you know what? I'm kind of going with the whole.
Did he have a grave?
Yes. It's got his middle name on it.
No. Everybody forgot all of that.
Dad, right?
Wait, how do you mean? Did he have a grave? They showed him dig up the grave, Amby.
No, not the Superman grave.
No, they did not dig up Superman's grave.
There was no Superman grave. There was a Clark Kent grave.
Yeah, they dug up Clark's grave. Superman's grave was empty. Remember they said in Batman v Superman is that they have a empty box. They're
a monument.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. I mean, I'm actually more of the mindset that Snyder was going with there's no hiding anymore. The heroes aren't hiding because everybody and their mama called him Clark, except for Diana. Everybody. She called him Kal-El. Everybody called him Clark. Batman called him Clark in front of
Batman was begging Clark.
Okay, well that too. He was begging Clark.
He was begging
in front of the cops and the soldiers. Stop begging, Batman. We heard you. Get off my screen.
We about to have roasted bat up in here, and all of a sudden the music clicked. There's some hoes.
Now from the top, make it drop.
I'm like, Lois come out here with the WAP and just magically stops Roid Rage Superman.
All right, guys. My group is jumping back on, so I'm hop back on to the other side.
If you don't suggest that you throw a horse at that dragon, I'm gonna be mad at you.
Yeah.
We will not be throwing any horses at the dragon. But all right, y'all. It was fun.
Have fun.
Have fun, brother.
Yo.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Okay, where were we in the Handel rundown?
I mean, we was at, the Roid Rage Superman. I'm like, the Roid Rage scene was hot because, I mean,
he was fucking
Flash doing the reverse swim, and he's just like, fuck you running to?
You know what? I love that scene in both
I
movies.
See you.
That was the only thing I even remembered from the first movie. Like, that shit was great.
That was dope.
That was a dope scene.
It doesn't matter what version of the movie you're looking at.
That was
he
a
just
dope
looked at him like, where the fuck you going?
Like,
And when his-
what you doing?
When it was just his eyes, and then they cut to Flash, and Flash had that "oh fuck" going
Yeah,
on, and then his
like-
whole head started to turn, and Flash completely lost his shit
Yo,
Oh my
and
goodness.
crashed and burned yet again.
no, he didn't crash and burn.
Well, no, he was dodging
He
Superman.
did a limbo slide because
Oh,
he
he-
was
he
about to get his
lucky.
head taken off.
Yeah, he was.
lucky.
He was like,
He
"Yo,
was
I'm not
he was
playing
lucky
with him."
multiple times.
He's like, "I'm not playing with him. He's trying to kill me."
Yo, and the Ben Parker thing. I looked at the screen. I was like, "Wait!" I had to check out. Okay, we in DC, right? Like, Doomsday took out Uncle Ben.
So
Yep.
apparently there's some type of back and forth like between DC and Marvel. Like it's always related to Peter Parker and different characters in DC making jokes about either Peter Parker or Deadpool.
Okay.
And somebody made a comment about in a Peter Parker comic about one of the characters. Oh, he was making a joke about Superman in one of the comics where he literally walked past a phone booth in New York, and a guy with the suit on and with the glasses looking like Clark Kent came on. He was like, that guy looks familiar. And it's like then later on when he was about to change, he was like, I guess I could use that phone booth like the other guy. And he goes into the phone booth to like switch to take off his clothes and become Spider-Man or whatever. So they constantly go back and forth with that shit. But putting Ben Parker in, that's more than we got in the Marvel universe. Has he ever been mentioned at all?
Who? Ben? Uncle Ben?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No. Never.
I don't think
I mean,
so.
we they've alluded that there was this other guy, like,
Yeah.
but it's not like his name has been mentioned. They're not trying to touch that, which is disappointing because I would have loved. I mean, granted, we can't have Macho Man fight Spider-Man, but find a wrestler, put him in the ring, and let them go at it. I'd love to have seen that.
They could actually use, if they wanted to do that again, they could use Elias because he
Yeah, you're
looks
right.
a little bit like Macho Man.
Yeah, he does. He does. That would be actually cool. But I mean, we passed that point because I think this Spider-Man is so far beyond his origin.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think it's good that they didn't keep rehashing the origin. We had already had like 4 origins.
Oh, you mean like Batman? Like we've seen Batman's origins. Like his parents have died so many times.
That it's now a running joke for cosplayers at cons.
Seriously, like his parents died so, but like, I should not know what his fucking mom was wearing to the very like the color, the whole outfit, how many pearls on her necklace. I shouldn't know this shit. But like he dies and they die over and over. They were in Joker, not died, but like even Batman's origin indirectly was partially in Joker. It's like we just need to stop with the Batman origin. Like I hope we don't see his parents die again in the Batman movie.
Why would you say that name?
Oh my goodness. But yeah, go ahead, handle your business.
At this point, I guess really about the only other gripe I got, and this one is just like a technical thing. When they did the run on Steppenwolf's compound or whatever,
Mhm.
Did they have an official name for that ship?
Wait, what?
Their ship that they flew there in.
No, because he had just got that.
So let's just call it the jump jet.
Yeah, that'll work.
The jump jet got fucked up. It got shot up. It got shot down. It crashed into buildings. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. There's no thinking about it. Yes, it did.
But see, I watched
then
it
he turned around and came out of it in the Batmobile, which also got fucked up. But at the end of the movie, after they done sent Steppenwolf's head to Darkseid, which was hysterical, they flew away in it. How?
I have a theory.
You have a theory. Let's go.
So, first of all, Cyborg said that the ship had a software issue. I don't think that the ship crashed because it was like all fucked up. and because when it crashed, I didn't see any pieces actually come off of it. I didn't see any fire or smoke from it. I think the ship was pissed at Batman because it was AI. I think it crashed because Batman was fucking up, and it was like, no, that's not what I'm here for.
No, come on, bro.
Well,
It got shot up multiple times. It hit buildings.
Yeah,
It
but
did
it
crash
went through the building.
It did crash into the building, but I think that was my thing. Batman was fucking up. I remember him like in that point at just before it crashed, he was like smacking dials and pushing buttons because something was going wrong. I don't think the issue was
what
that
was going wrong was Parademon shot it the fuck up. That's what was going wrong.
No, because remember, from the moment he went through the shield, all those alarms started going off. Why were those alarms going off? That was the ship saying, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" Like, I think the ship was rebelling against Batman, and that's why because the ship showed up to get them. Nobody was flying that ship. It showed up on its own. They were just standing there admiring their success and gloating, and then the ship just showed up.
You just made it worse.
Well, regardless of how we put it, my idea was that once it was all over, Cyborg was back in control of the ship.
Yeah, maybe that too. And he has a good relationship where Batman is a douche.
Yeah, I thought it was simply a matter of him getting it to run again.
Yeah. You know, he's got to talk nicely to the machine.
Plus, I don't know what his range is, but you know, he hovered his hand over a fucking tape recorder and reconstructed it. So
what the fuck is that? Like, how is that? So I saw that scene. Okay, so I literally rewound that shit.
Yo, and to anybody in the league watching, if you want to know why Cyborg don't like Batman, it's in the league. Watch the YouTube video that I posted earlier called "Can You Blame Him?"
How does it feel?
You even see him tear my fucking arm off. I can't see my.
How does it feel? Oh my god, I hate you so much for those videos.
Yeah, Handlebar is the craziest shit on the web.
Listen, oh my god.
I don't even know how you do it. It's like, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like, just on the dark web or something?
I guess.
For real.
I blame and I thank my mama. This is the reason I'm like this.
Wow.
Okay, we ain't gonna touch that one.
No, it's good. We both crazy.
Oh, okay, got you. It's the New York. It's the where you from Queens?
I'm from Queens, but my mama was born in Brooklyn.
Ah.
Huh.
Okay. That explains it.
This was long, but you gotta remember this was long before Brooklyn was like West Indian and stuff.
Oh, so she was like, oh, Archie.
Oh God.
No, that was my grandmama. Yo, I'm gonna tell a true story. I grew up thinking my grandmother, love her to death, miss her terribly, was a white lady because she was one of them really, really light skinned sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, she had that Brooklyn accent.
I figured. That's what it sounds. That sounds all right. So explain this to me though. How in the hell did he do that to the? So it's one thing to say he has some ability over technology. So he made the tape deck, like the actual tape player. But how did he make the tape work? The tape is not electronic.
Well, because he crushed the the deck, but he didn't rip the tape. He just crushed the deck in his hand.
But the tape was in the deck.
What I'm saying is,
he put the plastic back together.
Time.
When he broke it, right? When he broke it, he just shattered. He just shattered the tape deck and broke the tape, but I mean broke the cassette, the plastic part of it, but he didn't destroy the tape part of it.
But
so when he reconstructed it, When he reconstructed it, he just reconstructed all the parts around the tape.
He reverse engineered reversing time from the Flash.
Okay, wait. I got a much better
Yeah.
answer. I got a much better answer, right?
All right, let's go. Let's hear it.
It's the piece of the mother stone in him.
Oh my God, I can't stand you. The piece of the mother box.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, right? He just melded with all three mother boxes, and now they are dead. So if you assume that the mother box reconstructed him, and he retained some of that power to recreate, remember, because the mother boxes, they don't destroy, they rebuild from what's already there.
So now
See,
I will accept unconditionally your bullshit answer because that actually makes sense.
Oh, I can make anything make sense, man.
But no, but okay. So now let's make sense of this a little further. So now we got this moment where he reversed time there because of the mother box tendency. But explain to me why, when he went in the mother box, he was able to see the future.
I'll take this one.
Where did he see the future?
No, I got it.
Wait, no, I'm not asking for an explanation. I'm asking when. Like, which scene are we talking about?
So at the end, when he's like fusing with the mother boxes, remember the mother box showed him Superman fucking everybody up, and everybody dead and all that stuff.
Oh.
And I still don't understand why the mother box would even have that vision to show him. Like,
remember,
that's why I'm saying I have the answer.
Okay, but I'm just gonna, before you give the okay, wait, maybe you're talking about doo-doo water.
No, not
okay.
No, this is at the end.
No. My answer involves doo-doo water, but go ahead, let him answer.
Okay, so you understand that when he's seeing this, he's connected to the mother boxes. He's trying to separate them, and Flash was supposed to be running faster than light to get, to charge him up. That's when, you got the super archer parademon that shot him.
Yeah.
When the parademon fucked up Flash, he messed up the plan. He saw that future because that future was coming to pass.
No.
Let me finish.
No, yeah, he's right. That makes sense.
That future was coming to, yes, it does. That future was going to happen. The only reason why it didn't is because Flash turned back time. He pulled a share.
So now, you know why that wasn't going to happen? Because when the mother boxes fused, they all disintegrated. They weren't there to do all that. They were actually, because remember that they all completely disintegrated, from Cyborg, Superman, all of them.
Oh, you got a point there too.
When Flash was running by them, Superman was reconstructing because he had that blast literally annihilated their atoms.
Yep, he got a point there.
So that was not a future.
Okay, so here's my answer, right? That involves doo-doo water.
Do we need to explain the doo-doo water first?
You gotta explain that. Yeah, you gotta explain doo-doo water.
Handel gotta explain doo-doo water.
Okay, so this actually goes back to Batman versus Superman and the creation of Doomsday. It's like, you have this super advanced ship from another planet. You took this alien corpse and you literally put it in like the dirtiest, nastiest doo-doo water and reanimated that corpse and turned it into Doomsday. And then y'all turned around and thought it was a good idea to take this same doo-doo water that created a Kryptonian monster that killed your savior, the guy that basically would have made Justice League not happen if he hadn't died, and you put him in the same doo-doo water thinking it was a good idea to try to use that doo-doo water to revive him. And then he proceeded to whoop your asses.
Okay. So
his ass real good. If he ain't out golden, he'd be dead.
All right, so here's my answer to your question with the doo-doo water.
Okay.
When the ship kept warning them, this is a bad idea.
It did that times.
When the ship kept saying,
use the doo-doo water.
Don't use the doo-doo water to bring this man back, and they didn't listen. When Flash reached out and did the ET on that mother box, when he felt up that mother box, The ship said the future has taken hold in the present.
I missed that part. But
The ship said it. The ship said the future has taken hold in the present. And that means whatever timeline was going to happen where Superman went apeshit, when they revived him, they brought that timeline to them. And that happened with a mother box in attendance at the doo-doo water. So that mother box was fully aware of the new timeline because I could make sense out of anything.
No, I mean that makes sense. But I'm gonna, just tag team off of that. In a horror movie, because Doomsday is essentially is not essentially Doomsday is literally a monster.
He is
in a horror
monster.
movie. Who always makes the bad decisions?
I don't know how to answer this.
I mean,
I have so many ideas, but I don't know how to answer this.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Can I say the white jock?
I was like,
you are almost correct. The answer is white people.
oh, well, fair enough.
When they were we're back in Justice League now. We're in the doo-doo water. You got a room full of white people. Who's the only person that at the last second was like, no?
Aquaman.
No.
It was
the robot black dude.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Everybody else is like, yo, touch the doo-doo water. Touch the box in the doo-doo water.
I mean, to be fair, I guess Aquaman isn't exactly white. He's a fish.
He's a fish. Oh my God.
But he's not whitefish, right?
He's not whitefish.
Oh my God.
I mean, from what y'all said, well, actually, I shouldn't say what y'all said because I did IMDb it. So his daddy is, I don't like saying Kiwi because I think they consider that offensive now.
Yes.
But his daddy is a New Zealander.
Okay.
Maori. That's the word.
Yeah, Maori.
I knew it was Maori. I don't know pronunciation. Forgive me, but I knew it wasn't Samoan. That's what I was. But okay,
Gotcha.
so yeah, he ain't exactly white.
No.
He brown and fish. He brown and fish.
Of the movie, but it's like, I mean, does Aquaman?
He white. I mean, in the movie, he looked white adjacent. I mean, I don't think Jason Momoa will ever count as white, but whatever.
No, just when you hear his voice, it don't work that way.
I mean,
It just don't work.
The question though is, does Aquaman like fish sticks?
Does he like fish dicks? What? No.
I'm done. So
he probably eats fish out of spite.
Hey, didn't you hear when he said he brings fish to the people in the village?
Yeah.
He'd be like, come on, we're gonna go on a field trip. Come on, Nemo.
Hey, cultists gotta eat too.
But I'm gonna take my little critique of the jump jet, and I gotta hop brands for a second.
Oh God!
I had asked a lot of people about it. Nobody answered me. At the beginning of Falcon and Winter Soldier, the first thing that he did was infiltrate the plane, and Batroc and his crew killed the substitute pilot. And fortunately, the autopilot kicked in. But how that autopilot ain't gonna last forever. So I'm
There's
like,
nobody on the plane.
Yeah, somebody in Libya, probably a bunch of somebodies in Libya, about to have a real bad motherfucker.
That's what you was talking about.
That plane gonna eventually go. I got you. That's true.
Oh yeah.
They about to have basically, when the megalodon hit that point.
Wow. So you had a bad day. Plane came crashing down. Wow.
Legit.
I'm like, don't people like in the Middle East have enough bad days with shit falling on them and blowing up?
Man, look.
This is an American movie, bro.
Yeah, and who's
About
usually dropping that shit on them?
exactly. That's why they don't
He
give a
don't
fuck.
point it at himself.
No, I'm pointing at the shield.
Amby got the button in his room.
Amby, is there something you should tell us?
Turn it to shield.
Oh my goodness.
No. So, but I did like the scene where they first met with came in contact with Steppenwolf and his cronies. And I like the fact that Flash was not a bumbling idiot throughout that scene. He was actually not scared and he was able to make his moves.
Yeah, there was a lot of characterization differences that I felt was epically better in this movie. Like I'm glad that whole I don't understand people and I'm weird scene was gone.
The brunch.
Yeah, like the brunch thing. I'm glad that wasn't in there. Like instead of telling us how awkward he is, he kind of showed us when he showed up for that freaking job interview with the wadded up.
Goodness.
Yeah, like you don't need, the old writers thing, show don't tell. Like that's what it was, and that's again back to that. That's what I think. A lot of those scenes that Hondo feels were extraneous. Is that the word?
Yeah.
A lot of those scenes that he felt didn't belong. I think they they showed you these characters rather than tell you about it. I love the fact. Oh, that scene though. Because you guys were talking about Frodo earlier. I was watching it again last night, and when he spun around and his shoes burned up and he ran out, I swear to God, he looked like a hobbit. He ran barefoot out the room, out the building.
He had pretty ass hobbit feet.
Like, why does he look like a hobbit? His feet look super big. His pants were riding up. I mean, he just looked like a hobbit.
But again, why his shoes, but not the rest of his clothes?
Yeah, because I think the thing is when you spin like that, you press down really hard. But he wasn't spinning. He wasn't like spinning at a normal person's rate.
He wasn't like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like when you press down and you spin, you take your shoes with you, but he was moving too fast for the friction in the rubber. But that's the excuse because I understand that, he's not supposed to actually deal with any friction in the thing. But hey, whatever. That scene I hated. It went on too long. It was just creepy. It was creepy. It was creepy. Like I expected him to sniff her hair. I expected him to sniff her hair like the dude from Charlie's Angels.
I thought he sniffed her. Did he?
Did he? He might have. I don't remember. But yeah, that was really weird. But then again, I also thought that the hot dog thing made sense, even though Hondo hates it, because he was really trying to get the dog. He was really trying to get the job. And again, that's his personality. He's awkward with people, but he's trying to show her, like the dogs love me. This is what I'm going for. So the Frank in the pocket made sense. Of course, I didn't understand why the fuck he put a Frank in his pocket. I thought that was so dumb when he did it. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
I think he's hungry.
I think he might have took more than one, and when she got home, she found one too, if you know what I mean.
Oh my goodness. Why?
So you had a bad day.
Why?
Yeah, he crossed her arms like he was like, "Yo, you about to die."
I think he did that because he didn't want no like random appendage flailing around and getting snatched off by the moving car or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, I tend to do some of this shit and like do the writing for them. I was like, is that like a whole like momentum thing? Is he trying to keep all her body's momentum all in the same place? Because he's moving her pretty fast, no matter how slowly he puts her down on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. So, it just looks slow.
Yeah, so I'm like maybe because it was weird, the fold in but yeah, that whole scene was crazy. It's that was one of those scenes that went on too long. Which people died?
The people where the car laid across the street.
Oh man, fuck them.
It's all about saving the hot chick.
Right. It's these people over here. They're just standing there like, oh man, it's a car accident. And then here comes the car, and it goes over here. He saves her, and the car just goes and kills him. It was like, what is going on here? It's
It's like once he go black, fuck them other niggas. No.
And he was straight down.
Terrible.
I was impressed by how it looked when he poked at the glass and it did like.
I love that. I love that. Stuff like that, like I like because the physics of it is reality.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you slow down a lot of things, like you see stuff like that. I love that.
And he would be moving faster than the breakage.
He could have opened the damn door.
That was my thing. That was my thing. But then I thought about it and I thought, well, maybe the idea is that.
Well, because he won't realize he won't have a job because now they won't be able to open up until they clean up all that glass and replace the windows.
Yeah.
So,
he doesn't. I mean, he's not thinking about that. He's too awkward. Clearly. He's not thinking about that.
He's thinking about WAP too. Once again.
Thinking about that chocolate WAP.
Twice in one movie, huh? Technically 3 times if you count the time Martian Manhunter showed up as Martha.
Wow.
The way he was going, like that was a bad scene too. I don't understand. Like, so you're gonna transform into yourself in the middle of the hallway, and I'm like, if you're trying to be discreet, you're not just gonna leave out her door and transform. You're gonna walk away. Like him, I hated all
on the roof and fly away.
I hated all the Martian Manhunter scenes. I thought they were all terrible.
Okay, when we talk about disjointed scenes, the Mourners of Superman scenes were my least favorite. The only thing I think the theatrical version had on them was that they were all lumped into a montage at the beginning. Like we had one Lois scene here and one Lois scene there and a Martha scene here. And I was just like, it was so melancholy. I mean, the movie's already dark, but this was just like so boring.
Was there was there an actual Martha scene?
Yeah, when she packed up the truck and she left.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
one question, because I don't remember this from the theatrical cut. How did the Superman statue get broken?
It was already broken,
from the last movie.
Yeah.
Remember, Doomsday hit him upside the head with his own head.
Okay, so that statue was dead. I thought that was part of the memorial. My bad.
Well, no, that's what was weird about it. It was like. It was a monument to Superman at the place where he saved Metropolis.
Right.
But it wasn't a monument to his death. It was a monument to him while he was living. Yeah. And then Doomsday used it to smack him up.
And he was like,
even though he broke mad buildings, caused trillions in destruction.
That
it
meme.
Was his first time. It was his first time.
You watching Superman use the brand new car you're still making payments on to hit somebody.
I told you gotta get like that's if you in DC. If you're in Marvel, you gotta get that premium coverage for Hulk hands because you know he's gonna take your car and just make it into boxing gloves.
Yeah, like
Seymour
that was real fucked up.
Seymour just asked to be invited, but then he said he had someplace to be.
So
don't worry about it.
Seymour been here for a good hour and just now asking to be invited.
Listen,
talking about yawn.
So what else?
I think we covered everything except the other weird ass scenes. Like the nightmare scenes are completely pointless because I don't like. How are they getting there? Is that after the whole apocalypse army comes back or what?
The nightmare. Way. Okay, so the next movie was supposed to be the next Justice League movie was supposed to be Apocalypse shows up, gets the anti-life equation, Lois dies either by Apocalypse or Joker doing some dumb shit.
You mean Darkseid?
Apocalypse is the planet. I'm sorry, I get that mixed up sometimes. Darkseid shows up. Well, shit, he brings Apocalypse with him.
Right.
But Darkseid shows up, gets the anti-life equation, which I don't know if you get it or you use it or whatever, considered it's carved into an entire section of the planet.
I've never understood that anti-life equation in any
I didn't even bother Googling it because I was like, whatever. But he uses that. He controls Superman either because Superman is easier to control after after Lois
Yeah.
is killed. And that's why Batman's dragging Joker around in the nightmare, because Joker had something to do with Lois's death. Um, of course, whatever. So that's what Justice League 2 was supposed, in Snyder's vision, is supposed to be, and then Justice League 3 is when they managed to get Flash to go back in time, which loops back around to when Flash pops into Batman and was like, Lois is the key.
Yeah.
From the previous movie.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? So
The
that, I
must-have,
mean,
yeah.
right. That's the idea. That was what his movies are supposed. And I was reading an article that listed like the 6 movies that this movie was supposed to set up. Choi was supposed to get his own Adam movie. That's
Wait,
why.
what?
Yeah, like Choi. Remember the last scene with him where they hand him his ID and they're like, director of nanotechnology.
Mm-hmm.
Snyder had wanted him to have his own movie as the Atom, and Snyder wanted it to be a Chinese film, like in China, whatever. This is what I read. I don't know, and of course things have changed over the years because we're very far removed from when Snyder first had this idea. But there was Choi, there's Spectre, because he Crispus. Remember Crispus was talking to Commissioner Gordon? He was in there set up for his movie. So basically
something about I know there's a movie with Deathstroke going after Batman because now he knows his identity.
That was supposed to be a movie too, Deathstroke versus Batman. So there was like I said, Snyder was really, in his head, he had a universe built. Oh,
he had a masterpiece.
Yeah, he had like a full universe built out. Like, and that's the stupid thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, Marvel has been doing it for almost like 20 years now. This one long game, like what they call it, the long game. They've been playing the long game. I mean, regardless of what the politics is and all of this shit is, you have a director who's come to you with a long game. You know what I'm saying? And you've been struggling. I'm not even saying I don't want to compare Marvel to DC. I don't want to say try to keep up, but I'm saying you've seen a long game work for another company, for your immediate competitor in this genre. And somebody comes to you with a long game, with a long plan. And it's just like you still rather do disjointed garbage, because it always turns out to be disjointed garbage, than follow a plan. It don't even have to be his. Sit down and come up with your own. But anyway, but he seemed to have like a really, I can't remember all the other movies. I remember Choi and Crispus and the Batman and Deathstroke one, and Deathstroke is with them in Justice League 3, right? I mean, sorry, when I say Justice League 3, in the nightmare scene, Deathstroke is with them. So that should have come.
That means that Batman didn't kill him when he had the chance.
Exactly. So that should have come in the Deathstroke Batman movie. That should have played out. That would have played out before Justice League 3.
It would have been better since there. Yeah.
Stuff like that is like he seemed to have a good. Oh, I was gonna say Justice League 3 also. Bruce Kent.
Oh yeah, that's whack.
Becomes Batman. Superman's son becomes Batman.
So you know what? What if that's how the whole thing goes down? Joker tells Superman that Bruce was fucking Lois. So Superman kills Lois.
Oh, that would be funny, but that was the only idea that Snyder had, from what I understand, that was nixed, and he didn't fight about it. That Batman and Lois had a thing.
I'm glad he didn't do that, because I mean, while that would have been cool.
To answer her question, why it didn't make sense, is because I mean, Batman has multiple adopted sons. He has an actual son, and Clark and Lois have a son.
Yeah. It's like he's just trying to switch up his whole version of it, because who doesn't want to see Damien? Like, at the end of the day, like, fuck that.
But I mean, also in the nightmare scene, remember, Jason Todd was murdered previously.
So that's I'm also confused, because he said Dick, didn't he?
I don't know. I don't know if I didn't hear him say dick. I just remembered him saying, Batman knows about loss like a mother, like a father, and Batman goes, careful what you say next, and he was like an adopted son.
Yeah. Dick
But
was
from
the
what
only adopted son. The rest of them were just Robins.
well, I don't know. I don't
Well, but
know,
again, I
but
don't know how Zach was.
it was supposed to be Joker killing Jason Todd, but
a bat or a crowbar or something.
It was a crowbar and dynamite.
oh,
Yeah.
lovely
He beat
overkill.
the stinking piss out of him with a crowbar, and then blew up the freaking warehouse where he was like lying broken and battered.
Okay, just to make sure he's dead.
Just to be fucking with him.
Because you can never kill the bat, so you just got to make sure any bat offshoots.
Well, you got to figure when Joker did that, he broke Batman way worse than Bane ever did.
I know.
Wow. So, okay, so yeah, I other than that beautiful monologue between, or that back and forth between Batman and Joker, I didn't think that's needed to be in the movie at all. I don't understand why Aqua Chick even thought that, oh, I'm gonna stab him through the heart. Like, shut
I don't know
up.
why she was there. First of all, let me tell you something. Just seeing that actress's face is annoying to me at this point. I don't like.
Damn, you do not like Amber Heard, do you?
Like, listen. Once I'm done with somebody, like I remember, like, okay, so years and years and years and years ago, when the R. Kelly thing broke, I happened to see all the videos, and as much as I loved his music, I couldn't even hear I Believe I Can Fly without getting physically ill. And that's how I feel every time I see Amber Heard's face on the screen. Like, I have an issue with Gal Gadot, whatever. I have an issue with her too, but it's not as visceral as the Amber Heard thing. Like, it's so like. So when I saw her in that scene, I was like, "Oh dear God, she's still here."
But I don't understand how she's still there. I get it, she got some skill, but I mean, okay, so like Deathstroke, I can see how he made it. Joker, I can see how he made it. Batman, I can see. Cyborg, Flash, I don't see how she thinks she's gonna take out Superman with a spear. Just a regular spear.
With the Queen's spear, by the way.
Fair. I don't know if it'll penetrate him.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I just noticed that she was carrying the Queen's spear.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because just when she said it, all I was thinking was like, "Who are you?" Like,
like why? Why are you here?
I don't even know who you are. Like, get out of here with that shit.
Like, yo, who invited you?
Right.
Yo, whose fish is this?
Wow.
That's a double entendre right there. Wow. Yeah, that was serious.
You a fish out of water. You officially a DAP.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
First of all, you said she's a fish out of water. Officially. I'm done.
Yo, but my biggest thing, and this is through the whole movie and in every scene she was in, I'm like, I get it, different directors or whatever, but how come her hair was like 10 shades lighter?
Well, I mean, I was
her
gonna say
hair was bright ass red in Aquaman.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. This movie is very desaturated.
Yeah, that's
because funny when they go back to Wayne Manor at the end when Batman's sizing it up to Wayne Manor when Batman's sizing it up to be the new justice the new halls of justice. What is it called?
The Hall of Justice. I was saying.
Oh, it is the Hall of Justice. I was like, what is it called? No, it really is called the Hall of Justice. Deep within the halls of justice. Yeah, when Wonder Woman walked in the Snyder Vision, she's wearing a dark blue or black suit, right? At the end of the movie. When you watch the theatrical version, her suit's red. It's like a burgundy.
What?
It's the same outfit, but it's a burgundy. So this movie is very desaturated. But this is something we know about Snyder. You know, he darkens down his movies.
Yeah, but
I
that's a
actually
serious
thought this
shame.
movie was kind of more colorful.
I mean, in a way it was, but it wasn't bright. Now, Aquaman was all the way on the other side of the spectrum. Everything was like super bright. So her hair
No, I
was
was like,
like,
what was up with his eyes?
Whose? Oh, when he was, because he was murdered. He was fused with the mother box. With the mother
No,
box.
I'm talking about Aquaman. Like it seemed like he had freaking shark eyes at some
he
point.
did, like the
It's like,
white
yo, why are your
sclera,
eyes mad white?
totally
Yeah.
white, and then just that one black little, what is that, the pupil or the iris? That's
The
the iris. The iris,
It's the
pupil?
human side with the as you say, the fish side.
Yeah,
That's
his
what he
eyes
looks
were
like.
weird. And it was funny because I'm like, okay, you're standing here talking to this man, swearing such a person doesn't exist, and you have like fish eyes. Like, come
And
on,
you're
son.
big as fuck.
Okay, like, come on, son.
Like you look
Oh,
like you
wait.
swim the ocean.
Handel skipped right over his favorite scene in the movie while we were, thanks to Sean being here, by the way.
Let's see.
The Save a Sailor scene.
Oh my god.
Save a boat, ride a sailor.
Once again, he had a shirt on when he came out the water.
Off. I'm like, yo, first of all, why is this dude on this freaking rickety ass Popeye freaking boat in the middle of a hurricane? Thankfully, Arthur was even there to save his sorry ass. Arthur comes into, of course, a bar and just slams his ass down and takes the bottle of whiskey because why not? It's like, why were you drinking the whole movie, dude?
Okay, again. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And then he walks up and they playing that Hallelujah song again.
That shit was funny. That shit was funny.
Why?
There is a kingdom. There is a king. And
Oh
he
my
is everything. I loved it. I loved it. It's like, and he is everything. I remember when I posted that, I wasn't trying to spoil it. Amby was like, "You watching Aquaman again?" Hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
But okay, again,
waiting for him to take off his shirt that he just came out the water with, but he's going back in without.
Yeah, because
That was just for you.
Because of course, for me and the other bitches in the village, so they can pick it up.
And sniff it.
What you don't know is at the end of the year, at the ice breaking festival, the bitch with the most jerseys gets a kiss. The one who collected his biggest fan. No, let me stop. Listen,
that's real though.
Again, the alcoholic thing. I think again, I don't think he can get drunk, but I think that goes along with the characterization that Snyder was setting. Arthur is troubled. I mean, all the heroes are like seriously troubled by one thing or the other. He's troubled by his mother's abandonment. What do people who don't have shit to do, who live in isolated places, have other than alcohol and sex?
But out of all the characters, wouldn't you think fucking old ass Dark Knight Returns Batman would be the one drinking?
Yes, but see, he has a quest. He's on a quest. Like he has motivation. He has a purpose. Like his alcohol is the what is this laser focus on the promise he made to Boy Scout. Yeah, the alien, the illegal alien who took our jobs and destroyed our property. He took our germs.
Wow.
Okay, no. That's Batman's thing. That's his focus. Like, and he's been doing this his entire life. He's always found something to focus on to deal with rather than deal with his trauma. Okay. Yeah. And that's always been his thing. So now his new focus is this laser vision, this laser focus. Exactly. 2 movies before his laser focus was on destroying him. That's why he's not drinking, although I did notice Alfred was drinking a bit.
Oh, Alfred is so sick of Batman. He's like,
yo,
fuck it.
But, fuck this. You bringing all these motherfuckers in here. It's like, what was the point of keeping a secret for like 25 years?
Yeah, because no, that's really not how it's supposed to work. Batman doesn't give away his identity to most people. Not even to the people on the
You
street. They
even
didn't
have
know
a
for a long
scene
time.
in the Justice League cartoon. He's like, I'm Clark Kent. She's like, I'm Diana from Themyscira. He's like, I'm Batman. They're
Right.
like, what?
Or when he first met Hal, and Hal was like, he thought he was a vampire. Hal was
Yo,
retarded.
do you remember the first um in the DC animated New 52 when they first brought in Darkseid, and fucking Hal was like, I got this. He
Yes.
flew up and tried to fucking take on Darkseid. Darkseid smacked the piss out of him, and then again, not even one or two, a gang of parademons just curb stomped his ass.
But here's my
That shit
question.
was hysterical.
They let him go. They didn't interfere. They didn't try to help him. They didn't say shit. They just sat there watching like, okay, let's see what happens.
Jiva,
That's the motherfucker
after
get.
it was done, all you heard was, "Dude, how does it feel?" Yo, how does it feel to get your ass stomped down by parademons?
That's serious, man. Because see, I really want, or was hoping, like that whole end scene when Bruce has this weird fucking green alien show up at his door and he acts nonchalant. That's not right.
Honestly, after all that just happened, are you really gonna freak out?
Yeah, because you know what the fuck I'm gonna assume? I'm gonna assume that's one of the fucking bad guys. Fucking green dude comes floating out of the sky.
That's a fair assumption, but at this point,
because
at this point, it's like, yo, what are you gonna do?
I know it's like, listen, I'm in my bed, I'm
not
barefoot.
answering the fucking door.
And your whole house is made of glass. What are you gonna do?
To the bathroom and get in the toilet, the tub, or some shit. I don't know. I'm gonna try to find the bat escape. If there's a fucking
there is one. There is one.
You know there's about 3.
And then he was both a smart ass.
They lead under the lake.
The guy was a smart ass to him too. Like, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this is. This weird looking dude floating down, and he's just standing there with his arms crossed. I'm like, oh shit, they back already? Like, I'm getting on the phone, flash, 3 seconds. Like,
well, no, at that point you just gotta be like, Clark, right, he's gonna hear you,
and hope you can scream like he screamed.
The logic. Yeah, I was really annoyed by that scene too. So, like, you just got through saving the world. This random motherfucker comes showing up, and you just open the door like, "Can I help you with something?" Like he's selling you newspapers. What the fuck?
I think that's bad. I mean, he just woke up from a nightmare. I think it's just that weariness. Like, okay, fuck it. Plus, the nigga floated down. At this point, you're like, you and your jammies. He's flying. There's no way you can deal with this. Yeah, it's just like, talk your way out of it and hope you remember to stash your shit next to the doorway or something.
Something.
Yeah.
What I find interesting is that he has in all those recordings he's had, he doesn't have any evidence of Martian Manhunter.
Because there is no evidence of Martian Manhunter.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like
that motherfucker showed up and was hiding ever since because he's scared as fuck against them white people from Mars.
Oh, that's right, true.
He's scared. That's why he's hiding. He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be found. And then on top of that, he shows up.
Plus, with all the explosions in this movie, you know that nigga afraid of fire. That's why he wasn't on the team. Like, nah, Batman, you blow too much shit up. I'm not fucking with y'all.
Too much explosions. He was like, nah, this is like Michael Bay shit. I'm out.
I'm gonna just be over here. Let me go hang over the water. I'm gonna talk to you when you're next to the water.
Oh, that's real. That is so real. And then he was like, yeah, I've been thinking about it. I'm gonna join up with you guys. Like, I didn't ask. Like, the fuck? Like, who are you? Like, dude showed up like he was somebody special, and we had no context to his value. And the worst part about the lack of context was that I don't understand why he's wearing that stupid fucking outfit. That just makes no sense. Like, okay, so
It's
in
not
the
an outfit. That's
cartoon,
his skin.
you know, it really is though. That's even more creepy. But because that's not his real form, obviously. That's not what he really looks like. So, but at this point, this is our first time seeing him, and he's donned the fake cape and like this He-Man X on his chest and all that.
The He-Man X.
It
Not
is
wrong,
like the
but
He-Man.
He-Man
still,
straps.
the bondage straps.
Yeah, he was all weird. It's just weird to see somebody dressed like that, and you're like, what the fuck are you dressed like that? Like, if you're going to see somebody and it ain't for battle, why are you showing up to my door like that? Show up normal. Like, give me have some decency.
Coming
You
to
know,
my
some
door
class,
flexing.
some decorum or something. And then when he took off after he was done, he did his little twirl as he floated away. He was like, I was like, what is
Trying to
this?
be like Superman.
Yeah, that's so crazy. I'm like, what is going on? Like, you're not a guy that we know. So it's like you can't do that. It was really just like fan service, and it played out as a scene like it was just all for fans. That was the equivalent of the fucking Superman racing against Flash.
Yeah, and the booyah. But see, again, my theory on that is Snyder was like, "Fuck it, I might as well show the fans everything I had thought about."
Like, let's just throw this everything but the kitchen sink.
Wait,
Oh,
wasn't
but
there a
Martian
kitchen
Manhunter was the kitchen sink.
scene?
You know, it's like
Sure enough was.
he was everything. It's like, and then that's the other thing I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that if you're gonna show Martian Manhunter, show him in the capacity that matters, which is the general aspect of him, and then maybe at the end, like he should have talked to Batman as the general, and then say, just so you understand, I'm gonna give you a little glimpse.
Yeah, see, that does make more sense too, his approach. But I think, like, again, because I always tend to look at how the characters are being set up. I
Hmm.
think, and unfortunately, thanks to my Swiss cheese memory, I don't remember him much from the previous movies. But I think he's supposed to be giving you this, like, I want to say overseer, but that's not what I mean. Like the watcher, he's
Hmm.
supposed to be giving you this the idea that he's been watching for so long and he's been trying to steer things in the right direction, but he's also been trying to maintain a hands-off kind of thing until all the Earth's heroes get together and inspire him to maybe stop sitting on his fucking ass and stand up for the planet he's adopted, because he ain't got nowhere else to go. But
Yeah,
but so
yeah.
I think that's part of the characterization too. Like, I've been laying back in the cut. I've been doing this, but now I think I might have to actually take a stand and do some stuff.
Here's another question. So at this particular stage, so obviously this is not connected to Shazam because there's no Shazam. It's obviously not connected to any of the stuff related to that universe. So there's no Hawkman, Hawk Girl, but they've got hints of things that are connected, like Vandal Sav. I mean, not Vandal. It was no, I'm sorry, Hugo Strange. So you had Hugo Strange in there. You had a bunch of the villains, from in Arkham in that one scene. I'm like, you got so much room to really do some amazing shit. I don't think it's wise for them to dismiss what is there, because at the end of the day, you don't even have to go hard on like the Superman, Batman, Justice League shit. I'll take all that tertiary shit, because the way his universe is presented is always cool. I like the way it looks, and I like the way he tells his story. Granted, he does tell it in a very unorthodox way, but I respect that, because I know I'm gonna get something that is signaturely Zach. It's his way of telling the story, and it'll look fucking cool. So they're dropping the ball and they're fucking up, because
Yeah, I think they're I think they're passing up on a great opportunity to do a lot with their universe. And like I said, I don't even think they have to stick with Snyder, but at least stick with his vision, his idea. Shit, ask him to consult if you don't want him to keep working on the damn shit. I don't know, something.
here's the question. Zach only did the Batman versus Superman in this. He didn't do Man of Steel, right?
He did do Man of Steel, I believe.
Oh, he did? What? Hold up, let me see. If he did Man of Steel, I'm heavily impressed by that. Just the fact that he went in that direction. Let me see here. Because yeah, if he
Director
did,
Zack Snyder.
oh shit,
It
okay.
was written by Goyer, but Zack Snyder directed it.
Okay, so that explains the difference in the storytelling. Okay. And I'm sick. Okay, so here's another thing I'm sick of. I'm sick of, and it's like, no, I mean, he got to get his money, but I'm just so tired that every time they do a comic book movie, somewhere is David Goyer's name. I'm so sick of it. I mean, I was cool with it back when, early on, but then when I started seeing him attached to anything and everything, I'm like, man, it's like y'all can't find nobody else to put on task for nothing. Like, is he on payroll or something? Like, what the fuck?
Well,
Because really, even
he did writing on Batman vs Superman too. He was a
he
co-writer.
goes all the way back. He was doing the fucking Blade stuff. Like, he's been doing shit forever. And it's like, so at some point, granted, he's a great writer, obviously, but I'm over this whole monopolizing of Hollywood with these writers, and they're always doing every project that comes up that is high profile. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm not picking these movies because he wrote them. So, like, I'll pick it because Zach directed it. Fuck David. Like nobody even knows that he wrote the shit. Most people probably listening right now, like, who the fuck is that? But he does everything.
Random, but not so random. A call back to earlier conversation. The Batman, the movie that's coming out with Pattinson, with Sparkly Bat. That was supposed to be Deathstroke versus Batman. It was going to be called The Batman. Affleck was directing, and then after he left, the new guy who came in rewrote it. Yeah, just rewrote the whole deal to go with Pattinson playing a younger version and whatever.
That's weird. Yeah, because it's supposed to be like year 2 or something.
Yeah. The other two movies that they were setting up that I couldn't remember was, of course, Cyborg's solo movie and a Joker and Harley movie.
Yeah, which I think that won't work at this point since they broke up. I don't think that they'll be getting back together.
Yeah, none of that's gonna
fly.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work. Not the way that movie. And that last movie was not. I thought that was terrible.
What the emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Just the title.
It was fun. It was fun.
That's gonna make y'all laugh, but I'm dead serious.
Oh Jesus!
I'm like, yo, this is an American movie. This is not an anime. Why the fuck is your title so long?
The title.
Well, I'm used to that shit. Like, I'm used to reading books that be like Harley Quinn or with the long ass title. So I didn't even think of that. But
yeah. You like the movie?
I enjoyed it.
Never watched it.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. See, here's the thing about me, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Prior to the whole Snyder thing, I don't know from director. I don't know from writer. When you talk about cinematic and masterpiece, I just know what I enjoyed, what was good or bad to me. And there's a lot of bad shit that I enjoy. And then I can also break it down into, okay, the writing didn't make sense. There were plot holes, that stuff. I always view a movie 3 ways: as a fan of the work itself, if it's like a comic book stuff, or just as a viewer, and then as a writer. But all of that other stuff, the cinematic, and you want to talk about the directors and this, I don't know none of this shit. Like, you could Michael Bay, if a movie don't have an explosion in it, I wouldn't know it was him. Because I don't recognize people's styles. I don't, stuff like that.
Well, so he has
that's his only style.
Well, lens flares and explosions.
Oh, okay.
And that one actress, I forgot what her name is.
Oh, well, okay. You know what? I'm gonna say it. That's a lie, because you can recognize oh Jesus, the guy who loves Johnny Depp and
Tim Burton.
And that other, you can recognize Tim Burton anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
Quentin Tarantino, probably.
Well, yeah, you can recognize Tarantino anywhere.
I mean, he'll be in the movie at some point.
True. That too. And of course, blood will gush. People get a paper cut and the blood will gush.
Speaking
of which, you guys have
Megan Fox.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking
That
about her, but that's okay. Yeah. Um,
she said no.
random switch. Sukiyaki Western Django. That is one of the coolest motherfucking live action
Oh yeah.
movies. Like I don't know. I want to call it. I don't know if I want to call it a anime, but it's a live. It's not an anime, but it's like I don't know if I want to call it a kung fu flick or a karate flick.
There was
It's
some
just
other shit.
so. It was some other shit, and I always associate it with Tarantino because Tarantino did like this little prologue in the beginning of the movie, although he's not really in it. That makes me think of him. But
Wow.
if you ever get a chance to watch Sukiyaki Western Django, watch that
I
shit.
swear I saw that.
That was the first time I've ever seen a live action person run like the
Oh,
To run.
do the Naruto run with swords in his hands stretched out. Yeah, that shit was cool, but it looked good. It looked good. It didn't look corny.
okay.
Yeah.
Handle, what's that movie? The anime movie? There was this movie that came, or it was a live action martial arts movie that came back years ago, and it had to do Cloud and all them different people in it. It was an anime and a manga too, and they did a live action version of it.
It
Um.
had Cloud in it.
Yeah, one of the dude's names was Cloud.
Um.
And they were like martial arts gods and deities and shit in it. And like they were
Oh,
fighting, like this dude had these like the moon, the crescent moon sword and all that shit. What
shit.
is the name of that?
Okay. I don't know how long ago you're talking about.
This was like in the 90s, late
Okay.
90s, early 2000s.
Okay. I have Rurouni Kenshin in my mind.
What is it? What is it?
I don't know if it's Rurouni Kenshin.
No, that's not that one. It's not that one. That shit is
Okay.
brilliant though. I love that
I like
Second?
that one too.
one. Oh, what is it called? It's not Cloud Strife. It's the other Cloud, or it's what? I'll figure it out. I'll get back to y'all on that. It's fucking good though. But that was a movie where it was live action and they were doing that type of anime running, ridiculous
Okay.
activities in that. It was wild as hell, but back then especially, it was like one of the earlier movies that was like high special effects and martial arts and all that type of stuff.
Mm.
Really ridiculous movie, but it was lovely. But yeah, so I think we satisfied Justice League, right?
I mean, I think so.
I
Nobody's got
think
any.
I
Uh-oh.
probably would have enjoyed it more if I could have like watched it with y'all. Which apologies to Savvy because he tried to organize that, but I still would have definitely had my gripes. Like I said, it's not something I'm gonna sit down and watch again. I will definitely say, and I would have said it last week too, that there were parts that I really liked, parts that I definitely enjoyed, but I still feel like instead of a movie, it was freaking Zack Snyder's college film project, and it was just like, and the presentation is part of what makes me feel that way. It's like, why do you have like these chapter stops?
So people can
Oh, they
take a
made him do
break.
that because of how long it was. Yeah.
So people can
Or
take a
he,
break.
yeah.
And like, who picked these terrible, terrible chapter names?
Oh yeah, I didn't understand them either.
I didn't even pay attention. I don't even remember paying attention to them.
Like,
Yeah.
what was the first chapters? Like,
I literally have the
some,
movie open right now, so I can go look.
All I remember was one of the chapters was called "The Two Sons" or something weird like that, or something crazy. I didn't get the titles. The titles were like not really coherent for me. But again, that's coming from the person who wrote it, and he has nuances of meaning that we don't even know. And like you said,
and
if you take it like
you
his house
definitely
project,
should have explained it a little better, because then maybe it would have been a little bit more appreciated. But it's like, you got a chapter called "All the King's Horses." I'm like, you
well,
could
you
just
know what
call
that
that
was.
chapter.
Yeah, but
You could
I
just
mean,
call that chapter "Doo Doo Water."
see, you stupid. That made sense.
Yeah, because that's what
They did put
that's
them
what
back together.
no, but that's what Alfred would. That was the metaphor that Alfred gave him. It's like, like, do you really want to put this guy back together? Because remember, the whole thing was all the King's horses couldn't put him back together again, and we're not sure if Batman is. I mean, if Superman is okay.
which clearly he was not.
He is not okay. That motherfucker was fucking going crazy. He was stomping
Okay.
on Steppenwolf. He was
Okay, the
over
chapter
his neck.
titles.
Even when he was a good guy, it's like, yo, he first of all, he did some shit on Steppenwolf. That's one thing I forgot to mention. When he showed up, he froze Steppenwolf's axe, but he was like, he like blew a kiss at him. I'm like, yo, that's mad disrespect, son.
It was. He said, "I'm not impressed. Like you ain't shit."
Then he just proceeded to beat the piss out of him, burned his damn horn off, and then
Which is
beat the
not-
piss out of him some more.
And kept beating him. He beat
He
him
what?
so that-
He kept.
like if you
Yo,
remember
you
the
know
scene,
what he
like,
did? You remember A Christmas Story when Ralphie flipped the fuck out? That's what he was doing.
Yeah. He was beating him, and then he would shoot him with lasers, then he hit him again, then he shoot him again, then hit him, and he kept doing it. And it's like you heard the bellowing hit echoing through the whole place. They were all just looking like, except Wonder Woman, who had this big ass grin on her face.
She's
I was like,
yo, Wonder Woman. She was a little bit extra because like she enjoys
savage.
violence a little bit too much. Because you
Sir.
could tell she was like,
Sir. She
Sir.
is an Amazon, but she was created to fight the god of war. What the fuck do you want from her? This is her DNA.
I want her to not.
She was
sit there.
bred to
I
be
want her
savage.
to not sit there and watch Superman beat the piss out of another alien.
She was probably
to join in.
That's what I was about to say. She was probably back there doing the double dutch hop, like looking
Like, can I
for.
get in?
Yo, okay. See that
No,
thing where
she was sniffing the sweater. That's what she was doing. That's
okay,
why she was grinning like that.
you.
Okay.
There was another meme that had, it was the scene where you're looking from Darkseid's side through the little portal at the Justice League, all standing there, and somebody said the meme basically said, "If come outside, ain't nobody gonna jump you." And I was sitting there like, now if this was true, Wonder Woman would be in the back because she's the one who'd be like, yes, the fuck we will.
Yep.
Yep. Come on. Come on.
Bring your ass out here.
Cause like I said, she is the queen because she don't leave nobody standing. But yeah,
she don't have no enemies except for Cheetah.
Like I was mad that she didn't rabbit punch him. Like, yo, she needed to come out of like the sky and just punch somebody in the back of the head.
I mean, the way she chopped his fucking head off for no fucking reason. Like the motherfucker was beat. Like he was done. Like it was like
no. She had a reason. You know what her reason was? What? Remember, right before Superman showed up, he basically said, "Yo, your girls died like bitches."
Yeah, he played mind games with her.
She was like, "You're lying," but at the same time, you could tell her spirit was hurt.
Yeah,
but yeah, you know what? When I saw that scene today, I was like, she had to know he was lying because if they were dead, she would have never gotten the fire.
True.
Well, there's that.
Unless
the thing was that he said her mom died, particularly at one point.
Oh, okay.
That was the thing. She don't know if her mom was alive or not.
I mean, but is anybody else strong enough to shoot the arrow of Artemis?
Probably not. Except the black one.
You know something I noticed, and I don't know if it was just me this time or me looking this time, but then again, Wonder Woman was a whole different movie. I noticed there was like a lot less black Amazons this time around. But then again, Wonder Woman was a whole different movie, so.
Yeah, see, like, yeah, this is different now because, like, but that I think that's Nubia, right? Is that the assumption?
No, that was Nubia. She had a different name.
They should have had Nubia, but of course they ain't gonna do that.
But where did I see something about Nubia?
Be happy we put some sisters in there. Calm down.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, in the Wonder Woman movie, they had a whole lot of sisters. That shit was lovely.
Yeah.
They had some big girls. Yo, Leslie Jones is so in love with Wonder Woman. I'm like, she needs to be in the next Wonder Woman movie if they ever make one. I need her in there.
They
Yeah,
just
she
had
was.
chicks in that movie that looked like they would whoop ass, period.
I mean, ain't that the point?
Yes, it
Yep.
is, but it's like, usually, even if you're doing Amazons, usually in movies, you just get a bunch of maybe some tall chicks, some chicks that, got nice shapes, and that's about it.
you
And then
thinking of
you see them shoot some arrows.
you thinking about Barbara
Hey,
Hancock's people?
but I know. Oh wow. Okay, so I know you don't know who this is, but I think Handel should know. What didn't that look like? Glamazon in there.
Wow.
Did that not the one that was like at the end, like that had hit the pillar and was holding up the door from closing? It looked like I thought it was her. It might have been her. You got if you get a
I'll
chance.
check. I don't think it was Beth Phoenix, but let's pull it up.
I don't think it was her, but it looked just like. And I mean, there ain't too many people that got arms like her. She already looked like fucking Wonder Woman or an Amazon. Probably why she called herself Glamazon. But man, that was a buff chick, and she was just like looking intense.
I was just mad that at the end, after Hippolyta got through, it's like, yo, homegirl just got crushed. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was the whole idea. They was all
I
sacrificing
mean,
themselves.
that was their job. That was what they were there for. That's why the two biggest girls were at the last door.
And to be
Holding
fair, that
that
might be
joint
why
up.
we didn't. That's why we didn't see all those other Amazons because they were in that army that was somewhere else on the island.
Yeah,
Those were just the
that was
people
the
that
other
were.
thing. These were the ones that were just. This was their job.
Yeah, they were guarding the
Yeah.
whatever that thing, the mother box.
As you said, Hippolyta. You know what I realized? I think we missed. I personally feel that we missed. We missed an opportunity, and I'm talking about the three of us, to have not been doing this when Lovecraft Country was on.
Fair.
Because I would have loved to dig into that with you guys. Just the thing like Diana and Hippolyta, the mother and the daughter. Like there's just a lot of stuff in there that I would have loved to be digging into with you guys.
Are they doing a season 2?
I don't know. It would be good, but if they did, it would probably be like the further adventures of whatever Diana's super name is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it would be great though, because the way they ended with Diana and the robotic arm and actually that reminds me, I should go look for the comic book.
Comic book of what?
Did you watch Lovecraft Country?
No. I only watched some of it. I watched some of it.
I'm gonna smack you.
No, the reason why I didn't watch it.
We're gonna have to do a whole late pass show for you.
Actually, yes, because I need to watch it. It was on at a time where I just didn't care.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't because like
I can feel that.
That show, Devs, and what's the Ripley show that's in the Alien universe?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
That's another show that I was watching or trying. I plan to watch. It's just that's too much shit, and I'm trying to do other stuff, and it's like I gotta really pace myself.
Lovecraft. In fact, if you do watch Lovecraft, then this is for me. It'll be great because then we get to go through it, or if you'd like to go through it when you're watching it for the first time, because. Dude, how have you not watched Lovecraft? I'm sitting here like...
It's hard to explain.
No, but it's gonna. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. It's gonna be so cool to watch. Like once you get into it.
I've seen a few episodes of it, but yeah, I didn't watch it all because I was annoyed by. But I think it was like I felt disjointed with the first couple episodes, and I was like, how are we getting from here to there? And how did this house get here? And why is this house haunted? And I'm like, everything that keeps happening to them. This is like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. I'm like, so I was just like confused at first, and I was like, I don't have time to try to figure this out, so I just stopped.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So we could do a late pass on that and just do the whole go through it episode by episode, and that can be specifically late pass since it's something that everybody else has seen.
That would be fun because I would love to talk about that with some people. Like, I love that show. That was good. Well.
So what's the assignment?
One of the things, the comic book, there's now if I can do it without spoiling, at one point.
No, don't spoil.
No, this isn't a spoiler. What I'm saying is, at one point, the mother, whose name is Hippolyta, brings her daughter, whose name is Diana.
What?
That's what I'm saying. Okay. She brings her daughter a comic book. And the comic book is the little girl used to draw comics, right? She used to make up these adventures of this Black woman. So the mother brings her a comic book that's like a professional version of the little girl's comic. And the little girl asked her, did you draw this? And the mother was like, yes. And she was like, how did you learn? Because the mother didn't know how to draw before. And she says, I met a woman named, and now her name is gone out of my head, but it's a real life Black comic book artist, and you know her name. She's an art. Well, anyway, the comic, which was drawn by this Black artist that we know, was made manifest in the real life as well.
Is it Ashley Woods?
No,
Was it her?
It wasn't Ashley.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Was it Ashley? No, it's a different name. Comic book Lovecraft.
You see it?
No. I'm still looking.
I guess I'm gonna have to get on this late pass train as well, because when Lovecraft Country was out, I was trying to watch Raised by Wolves.
That's the one I was talking about.
Afua Richardson.
Okay, Afua. Okay, word. Yeah.
Afua, whatever. Not whatever, but I'm not good on the pronunciation on that.
I knew it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I do remember hearing about that. Yes. Absolutely.
I wanted to give this one more attention, so I wanted to watch a second, and then I just got into other stuff.
Okay, so I knew you were a little too quiet over there.
Yeah, Raised by Wolves though is another one we gotta watch on the late pass.
Okay, well that's gonna be a late pass for me as well.
I watched a couple of episodes of it. It's out there.
Yeah, I watched about 4 episodes, I think, of that. Because they all were like coming on at the same, like they all started at around the same time.
Right.
And they were like, and it was just, I was like, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this and all the other stuff I'm trying to do. So I just chilled. But yeah, Lovecraft Country and Raised by Wolves. We could do both of those. And so we could do like 1 episode of each and then go through them.
So I have a question, because I'm just scrolling through HBO Max right now. Because I had actually been given the season to review, but I haven't seen the second season yet. Did y'all check out the Snowpiercer TV show?
Yeah, no. I started binging that like 2 weeks ago, and as usual, I'm mad that I waited. No, I'm mad that I didn't wait until it's all over, because now I'm like so invested.
Yeah, so I know it. I'm sure it's good if it's anything like the movie or the book.
I think it might be better than the movie. I've never read the book, which I may go ahead and look up tonight. And I think I jokingly I did post when season 2 started. I was like, the first time Sean Beans come back to life.
What? Wait. Comes back to life?
Well, he's not in the first season at all. He's dead at the beginning of the first season, and then he shows up at the end of the first season. So instead of being in the show and dying, he actually comes back to life.
That's impressive. Good for him. He's broken the typecast.
He's broken the typecast. He's probably going to die at the end of season 2, though. I can feel it.
So I got a super nerd question for y'all.
Okay.
And even if you didn't see it, like to answer Amby's question, like the movie got me interested in the TV show, but the TV show is better than the movie. Okay. It fleshes things out better, even though it goes a little bit crazy, because the whole point of the movie was that, humanity is left on this train. The train was about 100 cars. And they said it every episode in the TV show.
It's 1,000.
Snowpiercer is 1,001 cars long.
1,001?
Well, in season 2, it's much longer, but spoilers.
Actually, originally in season 2, it's much shorter.
Okay, that sounds weird.
If you watched all of season 1, you'll know it. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's much shorter at the beginning of season 2. But
wait, no, hold on. Doesn't it start out in season 1 as 1,001 cars?
1,001 cars long.
And then something happens and it gets a little shorter.
It gets a lot shorter.
But then in season 2, it's a lot longer.
Well, I haven't seen season 2, but I know why.
I know, that's why I'm
longer.
saying spoiler.
I know why it's longer, but
okay.
My thing is,
what?
Sorry, Amby.
You just have to watch it.
You got to watch it. We're trying not to spoil.
If you have HBO Max, you can watch the full first season.
Wait.
Okay.
It's
longer because Sean Bean comes back to life.
that is 100% correct.
Okay.
But the thing is that the star of the show is Daveed Diggs. And did either of you see the movie?
I did.
I did. I don't remember shit about it.
But basically, you know that the people in the last car are literally considered shit.
Yeah,
they're the leftovers.
They're not even supposed to be on the train.
No.
But Daveed Diggs was the head of those people.
Oh, so he's supposed to be the old guy.
No.
Not necessarily.
He's young as hell.
Oh,
the
he's young
actual
in the show.
old guy that they have. Well, again, I'm not going to spoil, but yeah.
Oh, he's the Chris.
It's a little. It's not supposed to be like completely representative of the movie, or you know what I'm saying. There's like there's a big deviation.
Huge.
There's a huge deviation. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yo, why did I think you just took a rum bottle to the head? I was like, Amby.
Oh no, that's vodka.
I was about to say, oh Lord, Amby's an alcoholic like Aquaman.
Oh no. See, essential vodka. No,
oh Jesus, even worse because I thought it was a water bottle.
That is water. It's water.
You didn't see him take that to the head earlier? If that was vodka,
listen,
I'm like, yo, Amby, you got a problem, brother.
If I took vodka like that, I'd be fucked up right now.
No, but yo, Daveed Diggs was the head of the people in the
in the tail, the tailors.
Yeah, in the tail. Yeah, he was the head of the tailies. Exactly.
He's the Chris. So he's the Chris Evans.
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, how his dread stays so clean for 7 years?
What?
They don't have running water there.
Yeah.
They don't have clothing. They eat rats, and again, if you saw the movie,
they eat people's legs and arms, yeah, and babies.
Not just that, the shit that they were feeding them.
Oh, the crickets or roaches, cockroaches. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, his dreads through the whole show, mad crisp and clean.
But that's because he had 2 women.
So WAP to the rescue again, huh?
Yeah, man. Okay, I was about to say something really gross. I'm gonna just leave it alone.
Yeah, because if you living in the tail,
he get that moisture retwist.
No,
locks be glistening.
No. I thought it helps beard. It helps locks too.
I mean, hey, it helps beard. Hair is hair.
True story.
Oh my God.
There's some hoes in this house.
Hey, I resent that.
I'm talking about the train.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Hey,
listen, I must be tired than I thought. I thought somebody walked up behind you. I looked up to see Frank walking. I was like, who is walking up behind him and what is on their head?
That's funny.
White,
That's
take
funny.
light tote iron.
Right. Oh man.
He don't have his top hat.
Speaking of which, I have to catch yesterday's Snowpiercer. It's getting interesting.
Yeah, I gotta watch the second season.
Catch up, man.
What's dude from Dipset?
Okay, he looked like he wearing a kufi.
Protected by red.
That's what it's called, right? The little hats. Okay.
And the green.
Put an ankh around his neck, man.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be ready next time. I got you now. Hold on.
His sunglasses is fucking with the kufi band.
Hold on. We can have him be all decked out. Just straight on something like, oh,
Oh yeah.
He just went there.
yep, he gonna be fly now. He's like, what? This is Wakanda.
Samson Simpson. If I wasn't from Jamaica, would I talk like this? What part of Jamaica? Down by the beach. Boy!
Oh my God.
Get me Delilah.
I'm gonna fix him. Frank is not amused.
Get me that Jiva.
Hey.
Sir!
And he gonna point like, get me that G. Get me that.
Yo, and nobody is drinking here.
You don't
They
need
wouldn't
it.
believe it. They would not believe it.
You don't even need it. All right, let's
Okay.
wrap this up then, because we've been on here for a long ass time.
Wrapping it up.
So I just
this is his title belt.
want to help out Amby. Apparently, the whole plan of breaking down Zack Snyder's Justice League chapter by chapter did not go as well.
No, that was a success. Because then I won't have to go back to it no more, and I'm okay with that.
Well, yeah, I just
I'm
meant
okay
the way you originally intended it.
No, it worked out because since I've been off kilter because of stuff going on. So
No, that's
this
what I
was
meant.
better.
That's cool.
This was a lot better. This was actually more fun because, like, really, when you get down to it, like, everybody's doing all these dissections and breaking them down. This is like we just really being candid about it. And I think that's more entertaining.
Last thing I want to say on Martian Manhunter is that basically for all he did in that movie, they could have just had Pootie Tang help the Justice League.
Shut up.
That belt would have been. That belt
Shut
would have.
up.
He would have put Steppenwolf down with that belt. He would have beat his ass, literally.
Oh my God. Pootie Tang and Granddad versus Steppenwolf.
Ooh,
Granddad would have handled him.
that's one for the ages.
Get your ass back in the house. Go
Get your ass back in that portal.
Right. And so at this point, Cyborg is able to open up the boom tubes, right? Or he doesn't know yet.
I don't think he
technically
knows
should be
yet.
able to,
I don't think he knows yet.
but I don't. Yeah, I don't think he knows.
Because there's elements of his powers that I'm trying to understand what the technically he basically is mother box material.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
So he should be able to do whatever they do, but in general. So I assume that was what he did with the tape deck, even though it was the doo-doo without the water, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. But yeah, so I had fun.
One quick observation, and this ain't Justice League, but it kind of ties into it.
Yes.
Going back to that video I played earlier, when
The shark one or the other one?
the Justice League, the Death of Superman one.
Yes.
Yo, when Doomsday came to Earth, when he still had that spacesuit on,
Mm-hmm.
he landed in the ocean, and I point this out to people, and every time I say it, they're like, wow. He landed in the ocean and proceeded to murder those scientists and those Atlanteans. And
Yeah.
the scientists they saw that something was there, and then they just saw a cloud of blood. And then they saw a great white shark swim away from the cloud of blood. Think about how fucked up that is. A great white shark swam away from a cloud of blood. That motherfucker, he was like, he took his two fins, he was like, peace the fuck out. I'm not fucking with that thing. He just crushed somebody's head in the ocean.
I'm pretty sure there was a cartoon where you see a shark swimming away going.
Oh my goodness.
Watch that shit
Oh
You
my
see what I'm
goodness.
talking about?
Maybe he was looking for a helicopter to go jump on. Or something.
You know what had happened was,
He was
right,
looking for a helicopter to
when
escape.
Doomsday landed, he pulled out his bat shark repellent.
Yo, for real.
Took it way back.
I'm really disappointed that we don't get a good Doomsday. I am heavily disappointed in that.
Yeah.
Like that.
But at this
Doomsday,
point, I don't want them to do it again. I don't want them to do none
no,
of
they
this shit
can't do it
again.
again. You can't go back. That's the worst part about it. Now I don't want to
Well,
see a Death of
actually,
Superman story.
considering Doomsday, you can do it again.
So that
But no, but I don't want them to. It's like some things like you just completely wasted a good shot. Like just like Amby said, he doesn't want to see the Waynes die again. It's
Yeah.
like at this point, come on, we know it. We've been reading it for 75 years. We've been watching it for 55 years. Like, and you just wrecked
Yeah.
come on, give us Green Lanterns or something.
No,
They gave us
wait.
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No. I don't want Green Lantern. I don't want Green Lantern on Earth. Give us a Green Lanterns movie that doesn't take place on Earth. Give us all of the lanterns. Give us,
Green Lantern Corps. Yeah.
yeah, some shit like that. Like,
I just want Lobo.
me too.
That's
Me
all
too.
I want. Like,
I want
mad.
Momoa Lobo. I want
That's-
Momoa. I don't give a fuck about Aquaman at this point. I want
Wow.
Momoa Lobo. Give me
I
Momoa
wonder-
Lobo. I will
Wow.
not complain about anything ever again. I promise you. Just
I
give me Momoa
wonder.
Lobo.
Because you put the black around his eyes, make his skin all pale colored. He might.
I
be
mean,
able to
he
pull
would
that
look
off.
right. He definitely would look right.
And his personality is just funny
he's
enough.
him.
He is Lobo.
And he
Like,
rides motorcycles, so
That would be the time where you can have him actually drinking the whole movie.
it would be okay. Then it would make sense.
I mean, hey, to me, it made sense either way.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's just him. See, he just threw himself in that character. So now Arthur Curry is really just Jason Momoa.
Yeah, that's true.
And now no one else would like. It's like Iron Man. Now that you changed,
Well,
and this is it.
I don't think I can agree with that. Momoa is not really Aquaman. Like, Aquaman's personality is a lot more melancholy and icky.
It's angry Momoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
when he's
see, that's
angry.
the thing. Momoa doesn't. I don't even think he does angry in his real life.
I mean,
Come on,
like,
he
number one,
got
when
matching.
have to.
He got matching rings with his ex-wife's ex-husband. Come on now.
When would he ever have?
Yeah, he does.
Like,
He really
Yeah.
does.
when you're like, think about it. Like people like that. Like I don't understand why The Rock is ever angry because like who the fuck is gonna fuck with you?
Yeah.
Like you have nothing to be angry about. Like anybody said something to you, you can just like, ha, you're like Kevin Hart to me.
Yeah, you know what? But I think it's mentality too. Like to be stereotypical about it, I think he has like a stereotypical Hawaiian mentality. Like, like just live life. Keanu Reeves is exactly the same way, except Keanu has a little bit more darkness that he's lived through. I think. I mean, I don't know about Momoa's life, but Keanu has more darkness. But I think there's that mentality where it's just like, this is life. And they're both Hawaiian.
There you go.
Yeah, I think there's this mentality, this is life and we're gonna live it and we're just gonna enjoy every fucking bit of it. Yeah, so I don't know. I just can't imagine Momoa, but I know he can pull off Lobo. I know what was it. Okay, let me try that. Take two.
Action.
As I was saying. I think he put a lot of himself into Aquaman. I think he put a lot of himself into a lot of his characters, but I don't think any of them are really him. But I think he could put the most of his actual humorous, funny, silly personality into Lobo, because all the rage and shit Lobo carries around, he still has that pure asshole energy. Yeah, don't get me started. I'm the president. I'm the chief priest of the Church of Lobo.
I see. She's going in. Like who?
In fact, I'm sitting here like I really need to hurry up and finish making my Lobo bed. I just got the last two compartments.
Your Lobo what?
Bed. I designed a bed and I designed a headboard that is going to be my Lobo headboard. You guys have never heard this? Come on, man. I love talking about this.
I wasn't sure you were ever serious though. It's not something that you would take seriously. If someone says, "Yeah, I'm gonna make a Lobo bed,"
I'm gonna make a Lobo
Dude, I've
bed.
even commissioned art for the centerpiece and the headboard. I already have, listen, I have it's fake leather, but I have the
Wow.
leather for my headboard. I commissioned a piece of art for the center of the
Leave that
headboard.
alone.
I have all the what? It's Lobo. What else are you gonna do but black leather? I have the chains for it too. Black leather
Yeah,
chains,
you gotta
the
do
hook,
that.
Wow, I'm gonna leave that all the way alone.
the spikes, the studs.
Some
Listen,
whips, some
I had
ropes, some candle wax.
not a fan of the candle wax. That's because I'm a reformed pyromaniac. But
We learned something new.
Burn down Hot Topic.
Oh no! Oh my goodness!
Not the you know what? This is like something I tell my kids all the time. I'm not necessarily a reformed pyromaniac, but I made a conscious effort to stop playing with fire. One day I was burning something in my bathroom, and I thought,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
y'all are so stupid. I was burning something in my bathroom, and I thought about the fact that there were like 32 apartments in my building, and
She didn't want Batman.
most of them were rent controlled, and if the building caught on fire, these people are not only going to be out of houses, but then the landlord, if they even rebuilt it, was going to charge them the going rate. And I don't know, I just had like this moment of responsibility. I'm ignoring Batman so hard. Fucking
ignore Amby making the same face.
I wasn't even looking. I was ignoring. I was in my moment of seriousness. Okay, whatever. But yeah, that's when I stopped playing with fire, because I realized I would like hurt a lot of people. Even if I didn't actually hurt people, I would hurt people, and that was that. I still like fire though. Fire's good.
That's a great
Okay,
realization.
Yeah, that was like deep, like very deep and therapeutic, and like Marvel should do a show about you next.
Shut up. Listen. I have
Leave a vision.
a weird
Right.
life, but I have always been proud to say I'm very introspective, and I have been able to change a lot of shit about myself just by thinking it through. So, whatever.
Okay.
I'm proud of
sounds
that.
good.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah, it's good that you're no longer Carrie. That's important.
I was never Carrie. Wait,
So
was
you
I?
didn't
Carrie. Was I Carrie? Nah, not so much Carrie.
was Carrie a shine? Did she have psychic powers?
She had
Yes.
telekinesis.
Okay, so yeah, she was a shine. So never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, but well, no, she had pyrokinesis. But that was because both of her parents were experimented on.
Yeah. Like
Maybe you
Liz
should dye
from
your hair red.
What'd you say?
Maybe you should dye your hair red. Phoenix Force gene.
And on that note,
How does it feel?
all right, y'all, let's get off of here. We've been out here.
I mean, it ain't been too long. It's not 4 hours and 4 minutes.
That's true.
Do not eat.
Yo,
not eat.
you know what happened? The theatrical version of Justice League,
Uh-oh.
Steppenwolf, he ate a bunch of those, and that's why he looks so dry.
Ow! Killed
Yo,
him.
that is
Killed him.
so. I don't care how. There's nothing that they will ever be able to justify about why he looked and sounded the way he sounded in that theatrical cut. Like if you
I
ever
gotta
look
go
at him, he
back
actually
and
looked where his arm connects to his shoulder, looks like an action figure. They didn't even finish. Like the shit was not right.
Yeah,
Like
but a lot of the special effects in that movie look like that.
Yeah, they left that shit hanging. And then what was that ridiculous scene in the beginning of with Batman and the guy on the roof, the criminal?
Huh?
You don't remember
I
at the
vaguely
beginning?
remember what you're talking about.
Wait,
Like,
we talking about
literally-
the theatrical version again?
Yeah, when
Because I
Batman
promptly
was-
forgot that again too.
He threw the
It
dude on
was
the side
tough.
of the roof and was hanging him off, like dangling him, and then the parademon came up and tried to get him
Oh
and Batman?
yeah, he was using that nigga as bait for parademon. That nigga went fishing. He went fishing off a roof. He went fishing off a roof in Gotham.
Shit was ridiculous.
He was like, wait, what did the kid ask him? He was like, the guy asked him, like, what are you doing? Or something. And Matt was like, they smell fear or some shit like that.
Right. So you ever wonder how did he know that at that particular point in the movie?
Because Joss told him.
That was like the weirdest. The movie starts with Batman already knowing all about parademons, but somehow didn't know about nothing else. Well, they knew about those 3 boxes. Don't know how.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't have.
He heard that rebel yell at the beginning.
Yo. But see, that's why I can't be mad at Snyder putting in these extra scenes, because to me, they explain a lot of the shit, and that's why I say the movie is very complete. Like, there's very few times I watch a movie and I don't feel like they left something out on the cutting room floor. Like,
right, they left you.
I'm gonna just tell you guys this quick. I know we're trying to to close down, but no. Listen, I went on Twitter, right, and when everybody was talking about how great the Snyderverse thing was, and there was a tweet from this actress, and she was like, can anybody tell me if my scene made this movie? I'm trying to figure out how to watch this. I don't have HBO Plus, but I'm the waitress in Cyborg's backstory.
Oh yes, okay, yeah.
So she's been waiting 5 fucking years
just
for all that work she did to show up somewhere. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there was so much. There's so few times you watch a movie and you don't feel like something good ended up on the cutting room floor. There's always a question of something left. So I'm not mad about the 4 hours. And honestly, I guess because it's ADHD, because I have an ADHD brain, I didn't notice the 4 hours. I've watched the movie twice already.
Yeah, I mean, if you just put
in one sitting, but yeah, like it was just too much.
Remember so much.
Obviously, not enough, because he didn't know that after Aquaman jumped off the.
I was like, what?
After Aquaman took off his aqua velvet tank top and jumped into the ocean. He conveniently forgot that the next scene was him fart swimming down to the statue.
Bothers me.
Yeah, so
that is so wrong. Like, it's really weird, because it's
like, how are you not moving but generating so many bubbles? Yeah,
that jet stream thing is really
gives him gas.
Maybe that's why he drinks so much. It's ethanol. No.
Look at him.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Amby go cut the feed any minute now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
now
my
we
God.
know why he drinks so much. Handle. There you go. That's the explanation. It's his propulsion system.
That is so wrong, but yeah.
Whew. Okay.
Does Aquaman pee in the ocean?
I mean, don't all fish do?
Come on.
Wait.
Why?
Wait, I got a better question. Why are you asking if Aquaman pees in the ocean? There's an entire civilization of niggas peeing in the ocean.
Because he comes out of the water, that's why. Does he come out?
What?
Or does he just, fart swim through the water, singing R. Kelly? Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love.
Wait a minute, so what y'all saying is that no toilets are in Atlantis?
Even if there were, where are they flushing to, Amby?
Same place that like on SpongeBob when they do stuff underwater and the same.
SpongeBob. He said on SpongeBob.
Aquaman on SpongeBob.
I got a question for you. If they got toilets, and I'm pointing at Amby right now like you can see me. If they got toilets in Atlantis, do they make that fucking air bubble so they can...
Listen, 2 things I know about toilets. They work on air and gravity. I don't know how they're using toilets underwater, Amby.
They got air coming out their body.
Yeah, but listen, I'm not fucking with you.
I'm just saying.
There is an
there's-
entire civilization of people pissing in the ocean. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. And I'm not even going to talk about the other body functions they do because they eat solid foods.
So what happens in Atlantis when the toilet gets backed up?
Doo-doo water. Doo-doo water.
That's where the water came from.
It is what it is.
Wait. I just realized something. The Kryptonians flew a ship full of doo-doo water across the
Yes.
universe.
Yeah.
They needed their own doo-doo water.
Yeah, they ain't
with
messing
them.
with everybody else's.
Okay. Other
They
random
do it-
scene. As much as I hate Mira, I had to love that moment when she tried to drown fucking Steppenwolf.
Oh,
When
she water bended him. She pulled
When
his blood
she
out of his
water
ass.
bended that nigga.
She was airing his ass out.
Yo, I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was heavy. That was a good.
She
You know
actually,
what?
I like the way she
That was-
fought him too.
That was the DC version of freaking Wanda versus Thanos. Because if he had knocked the ass out, she'd have killed him right there.
Yeah, she would have.
Mhm.
Like when she threw him and then sucked all the water away, so he hit hard.
Not
And then
just
when he was
water,
trying
she
to,
sucked the blood out of him.
I missed that.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, she was sucking blood out of
water
him.
out of him. Then she pulled the blood. Like she was literally draining him of his
She was
bodily.
blood bending his ass.
Wow. Oh, you
And that's-
okay?
That's when he
Okay.
lost his shit and hit her. He was like, ah, fuck.
Okay.
He's like, I don't usually hit women. That's a lie. I throw fucking horses at them.
I don't hit women. I just throw horses at them.
Right.
That's like Batman. I don't kill people.
Oh, but he so said, I will fucking kill you. He told Joker that point blank, I will fucking kill you.
Well, I mean that's extenuating circumstances.
But he was lying, and even Joker knew it. He was like, "You're not gonna kill me." I was like,
Nah,
"Damn."
I'm dragging you through this wasteland so Superman can kill you. Fuck you, me.
That's why Joker laughed when Superman showed up.
Yeah.
He knew it. He was like, "Okay, this is it."
Oh my goodness.
Because I don't see any value in that situation of having Joker there, other than Joker being a excellent planner, like to figure out a strategy.
Nah, I think he's there. I think he's there because of the Lois situation. There's
He's
something.
there because he was there because Batman was lonely.
Yeah, that's just Batman's best. Like he said, you're my best friend.
Let me tell you,
Yo, I know it was a dream
my
sequence,
buddy.
but it was
my
also
buddy.
the apocalypse. Why the fuck was Joker's hair so fly?
First, yeah. So let's look. Let's look at Joker.
He had
Let's see.
the illest green perm.
But look, his fucking outfit was still white. Like but his Jesus outfit or whatever the fuck he was wearing.
I think it was a straight jacket, honestly.
Okay, the straight jacket.
But-
Then he had the armor over that. Then he had all the different
Yeah, the SWAT
all of
bulletproof
their
vest.
different. Yeah.
Listen, and I'm gonna make sense out of this one too.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever
Jesus
seen?
Christ.
Have you actually? My family used to call it Tamara logic.
Wow, okay.
It works.
Let's go.
Have you ever seen, right, these pictures of these African families in the red dirt and the mud houses and the kids playing outside and all these pictures, right?
Mhm.
But these people be wearing the cleanest, brightest clothes. Am I wrong?
No, they do. I definitely.
It's like the dirt of Africa don't touch.
Dirt of Africa don't touch. I'm gonna
Like-
break it down for you even
like-
better than that. Joker's hair made it look like when he turned around, looked at Batman, he was about to say, "All right, lady."
Yeah.
Wait.
that's real.
Okay, here's the other thing, right? I mean, Mira was there. Maybe she waterbended him clean.
Oh my God!
I'm
In the
done.
desert,
Can she do that? I wonder. Maybe that's what she was gonna do to
Well,
Superman.
she thinks she got all kinds of balls and powers, so maybe she did. I mean, she swears she gonna put the trident through somebody.
Yeah.
They
I
was
don't know
like,
what.
sit your
Yeah, because they all kind of was like,
Oh,
like
okay.
okay,
Hold on.
okay.
Hold on.
sit your dry
I
ass,
mean,
wet snapper ass down.
well, see, I was about to say if she got a wet snapper, she could water bend that.
Wow.
I'm done. Okay.
Wow.
I
That
mean,
was it. Okay.
we just explained why homie on the back of the train had nice locks, and now you asking about Joker's locks, and we got a water bending chick over here. I mean, now from the
Yeah.
top, make it drop.
Yeah.
Back
There's
when
that.
the Toby Spider-Man movies came out, I think
Toby,
it
okay.
was Skinamax. They made a movie called Spider Babe.
Oh Jesus.
I'm scared.
You want to know where she was shooting the webs from?
No. I got it. Understood.
Okay,
But I'm like, yo,
since you brought that up,
what's it? A homegirl that got bit by the same spider as Peter, Silk. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
she literally genetically super attracted to him. Where her webs coming from?
mm,
Okay.
that's some wet. That's some wet.
It's a whole new
Okay.
meaning. It's sticky,
That's
huh?
some web ass pussy.
I'm gonna say the one thing that's really gonna make you end this damn show.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe you just said that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
You forgot who you was talking to.
He said,
Alrighty
"Wet
then.
ass." Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That was original. You get points for that one.
Indeed. Okay, so to my ADHD brain.
Talking to
Most disrespectful comic book character I have ever met or read or heard of. Larson, Matt's homeboy. Heavy Flow.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And on that note, we could end the
Yes.
Wait. Okay, wait, no. ADHD brain again. Supergirl, Red Lantern.
No more.
I'm done.
Okay. Everybody, good night.
Good.
But I broke the show.